Hello, good morning, and welcome to yet another exciting episode of Breakfast Daily here on Channel One TV. I am Nanatufo Boateng. Now, as you would already know, it's a very packed show. It's an interactive show. We always want to hear from you, so please send us your thoughts, your comments, and your contributions. Now, here are your options. Send us a text via WhatsApp. The number is on your screens. Let us know what you think about the various subjects that we will be discussing. Then again, you can join us on Facebook. We're streaming live there. Join us on YouTube. We're streaming live there as well. Drop your comments and we'll do our best to share them with our viewers. When you go on X as well as on Instagram, we have some interesting posts there. Kindly engage those posts for us, and then you can subscribe or follow us on TikTok, where we have some exclusive videos just for you. All right. So go on our socials, subscribe, follow, like, share, comment, retweet, repost, all the engagements. We want some. Okay, so join us on our socials and let's grow to be one big family together. Once again, you're welcome to Breakfast Daily here on Channel One Television. Righty, let's tell you about the Northern Business Fair, which is happening on the 25th and the 26th of July 2026 at the Jubilee Park in Tamale in the Northern region. Now, the fair presents an opportunity for all businesses, all service providers, all innovators, all manufacturers within the Northern sector. Okay, so I'm referring to the Savannah region, Northeast region, Northern region, Upper East region, Upper West region. All businesses will come together from these areas. They converge on the Jubilee Park in Tamale on the 25th and the 26th of July 2026 from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. each day to, if you like, network, to connect, to transact, and of course, to gain potential customers while exposing their businesses, their products, their wares to the rest of the world. So it's important that you join us for the Northern Business Fair on the 25th and the 26th. Now, here's the catch. Call this number, 0205-973-973, 0205-973-973, and register for the Northern Business Fair. Now, when you call and you register, you can only secure a slot by paying for that slot, okay? So it's the payment that actually guarantees you a slot to exhibit at the Northern Business Fair. So once again, the number is 0205-973-973. Kindly call now. Okay, the slots are fast running out. So please call now. If you're watching us from the Savannah region, kindly call us. If you're watching from the Northeast region, call us. If you're watching from the Upper West, Upper East, or even within the Northern region itself, call 0205-973-973 and register now to be able to exhibit at the Northern Business Fair. All right, let's tell you about the Literacy Challenge, which presents an exciting competition for students aged between 11 and 15 years. You're going to write an essay which hopefully gives you access into a competition on literacy and, of course, on general knowledge. All right, so this year we have a very exciting topic, and of course this topic borders on artificial intelligence, AI. So we are asking that in not less than 600 words, write a letter to the Minister of Education as a youth consultant discussing the advantages and disadvantages of the use of artificial intelligence, AI, in education. Advice on how Ghana can effectively integrate AI into basic schools to improve teaching and learning while ensuring that students in rural and underserved communities are not left behind. Let's give you the guidelines for this essay. The essay must be handwritten by participants. So we expect that the essay that you submit will be in your own handwriting. You need to add your full contact details, and your essay must be endorsed by a guardian, a parent, or a teacher. And you should be posting to the Literacy Challenge, P.O. Box GP 14123, P.O. Box GP 14123, Accra Central. or delivered to the Channel One TV premises here at Tesano in Accra. Now, this grants you an opportunity to win 10,000 Ghana cedis and a laptop. So if you participate in the literacy challenge, you stand the chance of winning 10,000 Ghana cedis and a laptop. The entries must be submitted on or before 20th July 2026. So if today is the 8th, then you have 12 more days to go. Submit your entries on or before 20th July 2026 by 5 p.m. So after 5 p.m. on the 20th of July 2026, no more entries will be received. All right. So please put your pen to paper now, get to the writing and submit your essays on or before the 20th of July 2026. We look forward to reading your essays, and of course we're excited about same. Alrighty. So please do well to make sure that your essays are in your own handwriting and of course endorsed by your parents, your guardian or teacher. Add your full contact details and post it to the Literacy Challenge, PO Box GP 14123, Accra Central. Call 0205 973 973 for more information. 0205 973 973 for more information. All right. Now, the Literacy Challenge is, of course, for all students between the ages of 11 and 15. The ages of 11 and 15. The Literacy Challenge 2026 is powered by CTFM with support from Channel One TV, and it's proudly sponsored by Prospectus Ghana Limited, SIC Insurance, and Advocate Publishing. So this morning we'd like to acknowledge Prospectus Ghana Limited, SIC Insurance, and Advocate Publishing. Thank you so much for supporting and for sponsoring the Literacy Challenge 2026. It promises to be exciting, and we look forward to all the brilliant ideas our brilliant students will have to share with us. So please remember, the deadline for submission is on the 20th of July 2026, 5 p.m. exactly. All right, let's check out the weather forecast for today, July 8, 2026. All right, let's bring you a summary of the forecast this morning. Early this morning, chances of isolated slight rains are expected for the coast and forest belt, while portions of the transition belt experiences isolated thunderstorms or rain. Meanwhile, mist and fog patches are expected to reduce visibility range during this period. As the day progresses, brief spells of sunshine are anticipated to prevail for most places in the country, with the likelihood of thunderstorms and rain of varying intensities occurring over parts of the coast, middle, transition, and northern sectors. All right, so that's the summary of the weather for today. July 8, 2026. Please take note and please be weather ready because you never know. Now that you have the forecast, you need to prepare accordingly and then keep safe and stay safe out there. So that's the summary of the weather as you have it. Now we have our quarterly economic outlook coming up. So the quarterly economic outlook, it will happen this Thursday on the 9th of July. That's tomorrow from 11 a.m. right here on Channel 1 television. And the theme for this particular session is a mid-year review of the Ghanaian economy, measuring progress, identifying risk, and charting the way forward. A mid-year review of the Ghanaian economy, measuring progress, identifying risk, and charting the way forward. And we're going to have the likes of Clement Boateng, president of the Ghana Association of Traders, the Ghana Union of Traders Associations, that's GUTA. You have the CEO of the Association of Ghana Industries, Seth Chum Akwabwa. We have Professor Ejapoma Jekedako, economist at the University of Ghana Business School. We have Michael Koto, he's a managing partner at Confidant. And then we have Andrews Akuto. Now, Andrews is the head of trading and global markets, Absa Bank Ghana Limited. So please be on the lookout for the quarterly economic outlook on the theme, a mid-year review of the Ghanaian economy, measuring progress, identifying risk, and charting the way forward. This is on Thursday, July 9, 2026 at 11 a.m. So we hope to see you or have you join us live on Channel 1 television as well as on our socials for the quarterly economic outlook. All right. Okay, well, let's get into our conversations this morning. Yahweh J. Minta is here, and it's time to discuss world football. I'm talking about the World Cup and all the action from yesterday. Yesterday, if I were an Egyptian, I would have felt a dagger to my heart. Yeah, good morning. Welcome.
Good morning, Nana. Thank you for having me.
What a game it was.
Oh, yeah. One of the best games I've witnessed in a while, especially at this level of football. And again, it adds to the credence that, yes, indeed, Messi is the GOAT. Because if you look at one of the factors that you look out for when you want to rank the greatest of all times, you have to look at the achievements, everything and all. But you also have to look at being able to deliver in clutch moments.
Exactly.
Or being able to deliver in big game moments and being involved in historic matches. So you look at Messi, for instance, with Argentina. This game is one for the books. It's definitely one for the books because of all the controversy that surrounds it and the fact that it was such a good game to watch. I mean, take out the controversy. Actually, even if you include the controversy, that spices it up.
Exactly, adds to it.
Yeah, it adds to it. And then you also have to look at that 2022 World Cup quarterfinal between Argentina and Netherlands. That game was also brilliant. It had a lot of controversies. It had everything. And this game also had everything. And so it all adds up to the legendary status of Lionel Messi. And like you said, Egypt, they can feel a bit hard done by. They can feel it because you look at the application of the rules, no problem with the application of the rules. I mean, the second goal that Egypt got, the goal that Egypt got before they scored their second goal, that got disallowed. Legitimately, it was a foul. It was a foul. And then on top of that, it led directly to a goal.
Yeah.
It has to be reviewed.
Yeah.
If the sequence ends, that one you have a legit case to prove that, okay, yes, the sequence ended. So there's no way that goal should stand. No, there's always there's more reason for that goal to stand.
That's if the sequence ended. And then a different sequence led to a
started
goal.
And it led to a goal. You have every right to say that, oh yeah, that goal should stand. But the foul was committed and it directly led to a goal. That one, it's fair. But where there's a bit of inconsistency is that Egypt had a chance, and then there was a bit of a foul in the penalty box where an Egyptian player looked like he was about to attack the ball, a loose ball, and then he felt a tug on his jersey and he fell to the ground. and there was no review.
So there should have been a possible penalty.
There should have been a possible penalty review in that regard. And then there was the Mo Salah bit.
Exactly.
Honestly, that one for me that wasn't even necessary to have a review. Lisandro Martinez won the ball fair and square. But the tag on the Egyptian player's shirt or his jersey, that got him to fall to the turf. Yeah, that one needed a review because it wasn't too clear. It wasn't too clear. That one needed a clear review. The same way you needed a review on the Argentina foul because it wasn't too clear. Some instantly, I was watching in the newsroom. Some instantly said, "Oh yeah, foul." Some also waved it off. So it wasn't too clear. And so it demanded for a VAR review, especially when that interception directly led to a goal for Egypt. So, fair. The VAR came in and the review was delivered. No problem at all. But the Egyptian instance, there was no review.
Yeah.
I know the referees communicate constantly with the referees in the VAR room. And so maybe they believe that there was nothing worthy of prompting a review. But at the end of the day, what you're supposed to do at this stage of the game is to let the referee handle it. At the end of the day, you can recommend.
Right.
But the referee is the adjudicator on the pitch.
Right.
So give him the chance to go and review it. Then if he reviews it and he sees that there's nothing in it, just wave it off. And on top of that, so besides giving clarity from the officiating side, you also give clarity from the fandom side. Because at the end of the day, we are also stakeholders in the thing.
True.
And for perception's sake, you need to ensure that you do a review. You need to ensure that you do a review. So aside perception's sake, consistency's sake, you need to do a review because they had a legitimate shout for a penalty.
Right.
The same way you had a legitimate call
for a foul.
To review the foul for Argentina.
Yeah.
You should have done the same. Consistency. So if I sit back, if I'm an Egyptian, I sit back and I say, oh yeah, I wasn't treated fairly. Yeah, there are legitimate grounds.
Indeed. And I like the perception bit you brought in because then it feeds into a certain narrative
that
the game is skewed towards favoring some people,
some teams, some countries.
Yeah.
So if we forget about the perception, consistency.
Yeah.
We are dealing with
if you
rules
review
here.
one, review the other.
Review the other. We are dealing with
that.
rules here. And so if there's a legitimate call for a penalty or review it. And in that sense, Egypt can feel a bit hard done by the review that was never done, at least publicly. I'm pretty sure they were going back and forth on the comms. But honestly, on the frontal side, they not having a review.
The on-field decision was not in favor of Egypt.
It was not in favor of Egypt. Yes, you can. How many times have we not seen referees wave off tackles, wave off fouls? But they review it, then they find out that, there was something more egregious to it. The following Balogun issue. The referee, play continued because it was just it was just a coming together. It happens all the time.
Yeah.
And then the Bosnian player fell to the turf, clutching his ankle. That he felt that someone had stepped on it. And then there was a review.
Which exposed what actually happened.
You look at the England-Mexico game, João Kwanzaa's tackle. When you watch it in real time, you think, he won the ball fair and square. But then you saw the way the Mexicans were protesting. Then they called for a VAR review. And then the referee went to see it. They put it out on the screen. And then you saw that, wow, it was an egregious tackle because he won the ball, but the follow through, yes, he caught it, the Mexican players, like with his studs, and that is dangerous play. You are endangering the more or less the health and the career of another player. So VAR review record, deservedly so. And so in that sense, not having a proper review, prompting the referee to go and watch it. For me, that for me was a bit inconsistent and a bit dodgy, and it didn't help with the officiating of the game.
But Messi missed the penalty.
Yeah, he missed the penalty. This was the second penalty that he's missed in this World Cup.
Wow.
This was in the group stage. He missed a penalty, and so you look at it, and if Argentina gets pushed in the latter rounds of the competition and they go to a penalty shooter, would he step up? I think he will step up because at the end of the day, I mean, these things, they happen. He's the GOAT. So I'm pretty sure he will step up. But no matter how good you are, it will shake your confidence a little bit. And we saw that in last night's game, where you could tell that Messi, after scoring that second goal for the equalizer, I mean, he was puffing his cheeks the whole time. After the game, that got them, I mean, they won. You could see him crying because he could tell that, I've been through the mill and I almost messed this up for us. And so, his confidence was a bit shaken.
Because had he scored that penalty at that
it would have
time
been straightforward
in the game.
It would have been a straightforward walkover for Argentina. But Egypt, you know, this African mentality block thing. You see,
I mean, all throughout we've been trying to restrict it to a sub-Saharan African problem. But yesterday,
it clearly is an African thing, man. Because look, you scored 2 goals, and it's true, some dodgy decision. But I just asked myself, okay, so what prevented you from scoring 3? Shutting down the game, or what prevented you from just parking the bus? So you think about it and you're like, it may be there is a mentality block thing. And I wish someone proves me wrong, but there are too many examples. The sample size is too big.
So what? It gets to their head.
It gets to them.
Do they panic?
Yes, there's panic. There is panic because 78 minutes, you are leading by 2 goals to 0.
Against Argentina. Led by Lionel Messi.
And then 1 goal comes in, the consolation at that time comes in, and then you see them panicking all over the place, scrambling all over the place, the ball, loose balls here and there, and Messi is able to slam the ball into the net. But watching that game yesterday, it was a very good game.
Absolutely.
The quality, overall quality displayed in that game, it was just brilliant. The midfielders, even the defenders, you saw that the Egyptian Hassan, the dark-skinned guy.
Yeah, that guy is amazing.
He dribbling all over the place.
Where did he come from?
I mean, he plays, funny enough, he plays with Kwesi Sibo, Real Oviedo.
So, wow.
so it was just a brilliant game. I was just sitting back.
The guy is amazing.
I was just sitting back and marveling at the quality that was on show, was on display in that game. And I asked myself, oh, wow, what would I not give to have Thomas Partey surrounded by these players playing for Ghana? It would have been amazing. Because look at the cross Lautaro Martinez delivered for Enzo Fernandez's header. That got the winner. Brilliant pinpoint cross. Like he had one man in the box, one target, one chance.
And he nailed it.
And he nailed it.
Lifted the ball like that, drops on.
The accuracy on that cross was utterly brilliant, especially when the defender, Egyptian defender, was right in front of him. To be able to dink that cross into the box, brilliant.
Well measured, well calculated.
His run deep into the penalty box, the timing of his run, the timing of his jump, absolute quality. Look at the Messi goal. This one I'm using local parlance. A batty ball. He used the outside of his foot and the part of his shin to guide the ball into the net under tremendous pressure inside the penalty box because he knew that if you blast it straight forward, it will be blocked.
Exactly.
If you blast it,
will ricochet off someone or even the post.
And if you blast it too wide, you put too much spin on the ball, it will go over the bar. But he managed to guide it, and it went into the goal off the underside of the bar. Brilliant quality, technique application. Look,
it was such a great game.
It's these subtle things, little details that separates the great from the others. It's the quality, the technique.
We have to go. But give us an idea of the oncoming matches.
And yes, yesterday Colombia lost to Switzerland on penalties. Boring game. 0-0.
Nobody cares about that.
Colombia, Ghana's killers. They ended up falling in the round of 16. They couldn't qualify to the quarterfinals. Switzerland ended up beating them.
So Switzerland, Argentina
in the quarterfinals. Norway, England in the quarterfinal. That's on Saturday. Norway, England is on Saturday. And then France, you have Morocco. France, Morocco tomorrow. tomorrow, and then Spain, Belgium on Friday. So these are the quarterfinal matchups.
Beautiful.
France tomorrow, France versus Morocco tomorrow, which is Thursday. Because I mean we are being watched by people from all over the world, so we have to be specific on the date. Yes.
Thursday.
So on Thursday,
9th July.
Yes, 9th July, France, Morocco. 10th July is Spain, Belgium. 11th July, which is Saturday, you have Norway and England. Norway, England, and then you have Argentina taking on Switzerland in the quarterfinals. So yeah, that's the quarterfinal wrap.
Thank you
for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. But today, no games.
Yeah, let's rest. All right, Yao Jemita, thank you so much. Yao Jemita is on the Channel One Sports Desk, bringing us the World Cup conversations here on Breakfast Daily. Now, happy birthday, Polita. Wishing you a day that feels just as special as you are. May this new year bring you more laughter, more wins, more peace, and all the little moments that make you smile big. You deserve the best kind of love, good health, and success in everything you chase. May you always be surrounded by people who remind you of how loved you are. Keep shining, keep growing, and keep being unapologetically you. Hope today is full of cake, music, hugs, and zero stress. Enjoy every second of it, Polita. Happy birthday to you. Stay with us here on Breakfast Daily. We'll take a quick break and return with the news review segment.
Welcome to The Point of View. This is your favorite current affairs show here on Channel One Television. On The Point of View, we pick the right topics, get the right guests, and ask them relevant questions on issues that matter to you.
With the complexities of the issues happening around us on a daily basis, it's the hard-hitting conversations and the probing questions of The Point of View.
So what is the Public Account Committee's job?
So what we do is to scrutinize, clarify, and find out why certain infractions have been made.
What do these IMF programs try to do?
The current program is for budget support.
Okay.
There are no projects attached.
That teases apart the twisted entanglements of politics and governance, as well as religious and social discourse. The Point of View brings you the policymakers and duty bearers and drills down to the very bottom of issues.
What authority do you have?
The Point of View airs every Monday and Wednesday at 9 p.m. only on Channel One TV.
Get ready this July to step into a world where culture meets commerce, ideas turn into opportunities, and Made in Ghana takes the spotlight like never before. Welcome to the Northern Business Fair 2026. For 2 powerful days, the Jubilee Park will transform into a buzzing hub of creativity, innovation, and enterprise from the Savannah, Northern, Northeast, Upper East, and Upper West regions. From beautifully crafted products, innovative packaging, fast-growing local brands, and indigenous corporate bodies, every stand will tell a story of passion, resilience, and growth. This is not just a fair, it's a full experience. It's a place to discover, a place to connect, a place to grow. This is your chance to engage with Ghana's most exciting SMEs, startups, and homegrown brands all in one vibrant space. Dates Saturday 25th and Sunday 26th July 2026. Venue Jubilee Park, Tamale. Time 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. daily. Are you ready to showcase your business to the nation and beyond? Call 0205 973 973 now and secure your spot. Don't sit on the sidelines. Be part of the energy. Be part of the story. The Northern Business Fair 2026 is powered by Channel One TV with support from City FM, and it's proudly sponsored by EcoBank, the National Petroleum Authority, and the Ghana Export Promotion Authority.
Opebia. Junior Bento is a young man who runs his father's company. Very successful. Just so you know.
Yes.
Just yes.
Yes, as a question. The young man runs his father's company. So
must everything be spelled out to you? Opebia. Opportunity comes but once.
Mr. Benzo Jr. with my lovely family. My wife, Mrs. Blanson, my children, Opavia and Kobe.
I'm very pleased to meet you, Mr. Benton. You're very welcome.
The pleasure is all mine. Thank you very much.
Please have a seat.
Sir, can I help you with your suitcase?
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. I think I'll hold on to it and review the benefiting content later during our meeting.
I can't wait to see the benefiting content of that briefcase.
It has all the fishes you can ever think of.
Oh, I can't wait to swim with all the fish in there to the deepest side of the ocean where there is abundance.
The Blank Sense airs every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. and is sponsored by Out Insecticide, Nasco Electronics, Lizzie Shito, Everpack, and Lily Rice on Channel 1 TV.
The vibe is too much.
Hello and welcome. Thank you so much for keeping faith with us here on Channel 1 Television. This is Breakfast Daily and it's time for the news review segment where we get into conversations on some topical issues. We also extend an invitation to you to join us with your thoughts, your comments and your contributions. Let us know what you make of the various topics that we'll be discussing in studio. Our guests are here, they're seated. Dr. Ezekiel Ejekum Obeng is a member of the New Patriotic Party NPP's communications team. Doc, good morning. It's good to see you after a long hiatus.
I've been hibernating. It's good to be back.
Yeah, it tells on you. You're looking fresh.
I'm rather looking hungry. This bad economy can only look.
I see where you're going to go with this. You hold on.
I could look as fresh as
you hold on. We'll get there.
It's quite unfortunate. And good morning to our brother too.
The Honorable Maxwell Kwame Lukuto is the Member of Parliament for South Tong, and he's on the ticket of the National Democratic Congress (NDC). Honorable, good morning. Efu.
How are we?
I thought you were going to follow the Efu with Lekki.
I don't know how well you can go, so I don't want to tempt
That's
you.
all I can see.
That's all you can do. Anyway, hope you are good.
Very well, I'm great.
Yeah.
Thanks to God. I hope you are well too.
Yeah, I'm well. I'm doing good. Everything is well.
Are you sure? Everything?
Ezekiel is just trying to be mischievous as usual.
We are hungry, Honorable.
What else do you expect in Ghana apart from what you are getting?
We wanted a 24-hour economy.
Which we are giving.
we wanted a shift system. We wanted the Women's Development Bank.
What again?
We wanted the Galamsey to end the first month you took over.
First month?
That was the promise. that was the promise made us.
And then what again?
And you can go to the manifesto. And my darling club is Okwa United. NDC promised to help pay the monthly salaries of all the clubs in the country. Are you aware?
Yeah.
From the coach level to the Premiership. They were going to pay monthly salaries of players. And I asked the managers of my darling Okwa United how far that has policy or that promise has gone. Because I thought it will help revive our local sports and at least we'll have a lot more of the Benjamin Asaris in our national teams. Unfortunately, Honorable, I don't know if Kwando Heart of Lions or Hohoi United are receiving those titles, but my Okwa United is still starved of such promise.
But we've gone to the World Cup.
That was a poor show. But
which one?
We will not,
it was a decent one.
It was a decent one, actually, my brother.
Based on all that happened
before and now.
What happened?
Did you expect us to go beyond the group stage?
What happened?
No. Were you expecting us to go beyond the group stage?
Oh, so we didn't even believe in ourselves.
What's your point?
Well, we know the type of preparation ahead of the World Cup.
Yeah. What preparation again was needed?
We sacked our coach, 2 months before?
So going into, you have a battle ahead and your commander who's leading you to the battle, you decide to sack him.
You decide?
Circumstances
will cause you to change.
Which circumstances?
Your commander has lost his grit.
And
don't think
whoever came had a grit.
He showed it.
He showed it. Anyway,
that's not why we're here.
That's what opposition does. That's what opposition does.
Different tournament. Black Stars.
Come on,
This is 2006 Black Stars.
2026.
2006 Black Stars.
Oh, you want to compare that?
So we should.
No, then you need to be fair in that comparison.
Comparison.
Because
It's
the
a one-off
talents
thing.
at disposal then and that of now.
The country is starved of talent. Now what you're telling.
Ezekiel, let's get into
let's get to the
our
reason we are
conversation
here.
this morning. I see what you are trying to do.
Yes. We all can decipher what you want to do.
Are you on the sports committee of your your several committees?
I'm the spokesperson for the health committee.
For the health committee.
Yes.
But you are doing sports this morning.
Oh, we all like sports. Morocco has shown the way that you build on successes. Senegal has shown the way.
And Egypt.
That you build on successes. Egypt has shown the way. We can't sit here in 2026 when we made our maiden appearance in 2006 and took the world by surprise and give reasons that preparation towards it. Was there anything that was lacking in the process? I was not even doing politics because I believe whatever the team needed from government or stakeholders was given to the team.
And from 2006 to now, what has been the story?
No, I'm saying that in this very outing we had, whatever commitment that had to come from government or other
no, but to be fair to
given.
yourself, to be fair to yourself and Ghanaians, at least give some praise where praise is due. Ezekiel,
we've done marvelously well.
It's the sarcasm on your face.
We even did more.
Anyways, let's go to Sefi Sayirano in the Western North region. There was a shooting incident that has led to the death of 2 persons. We understand some other persons are receiving treatment for various injuries sustained. The Ghana Police Service has gone ahead to interdict 8 of its own to allow for investigations to continue. We understand this is as a result of a clash between some community members and a police patrol team. Now, my question is, if community members are able to gather enough courage to engage a police patrol team to the extent that it results in a shooting. We don't have all the details, and so we cannot lay blame on either party. But I'm saying that if the community begins to engage the police on such a level, then are we losing the trust and the confidence in our public institutions, such as the Ghana Police Service?
We've had a lot of clashes between civilians and security forces over the years. Quite notably, what we experienced in Ashaman recently, where there was an attack on a military officer, and later the military also raided the community. And oftentimes, we see, even in normal police operation, the same Ashaman, not too long ago, that some alleged culprits assisted the police to go and raid part of Ashaman, for example, to arrest other suspected culprits. And in the process, we're told the police gunned down those that were aiding them to arrest the other suspected counterparts. And we've had a lot of such stories, one too many. And what's really sometimes baffles us is the lack of clarity, on those issues, and the fact that the state or the citizenry do not get the benefit of the full facts as pertains to the issue. We believe some issues are sensitive and cannot be shared with the public, but sometimes these things seem to be very opaque, and we are unable to digest fully the full matters, the full facts of the matter. What would embolden a citizen or a community to engage in such scuffle with the police? It speaks to how degenerated sometimes our society is, because there's some form of expectations from the end of the citizens, the same way there's some form of expectations from the end of the security and forces, where people believe that, yes, you have rights, but the rights also come with some level of responsibilities. So in the absence of clarity and in the absence of trust between the people and the security agencies, these are some of the issues that happen. A typical black person in the advanced country, if arrested, will have his or her tail quite high, because yes, proceeds and incidents over the years have not given confidence to the black community elsewhere. It speaks to the level of engagement between security forces and the people. And in the same way, whenever the people feel that they wouldn't be treated fairly in the course of the operations of the security forces, they tend to erroneously take matters into their own hands and begin to have such altercations with the police. But no matter what, it's a matter of crowd control, and it's an issue of professionalism at play. Like you said, we do not have benefit of the full facts, but what would cause the police to unleash such mayhem on the people? We would like to know what happened. Were the people armed? Were the lives of the security officers at stake at that moment, where they were pushed to self-defense, so they had to apply what they will come and tell us to be the minimum force to protect themselves or protect the crowd. Whichever way, a life is lost, and no matter the justification, unless under extreme provocation or extreme sense of fear towards the police officers, I do not see the grounds on which people would have to be treated that way to the extent of losing their lives, which cannot be recovered. One would expect that there should be some professionalism on the side of the police, and we know they go through rigorous training and continuous capacity building when it comes to such situations. But we would wait for the full facts of the issue. But from what at least we know up to this point, it really doesn't augur well for the image of the police. And interdiction is in place, but we would await the full reports, whether or not the people were overly aggressive towards the police, what triggered or engineered such uproar, and how come the police, as professional as they are, could not deploy that professionalism and crowd control and anger management issues and conflict resolution that they are taught during their training to tame the issues such that we would have such casualties on our hand. Condolences to the bereaved family, but as a country we should all be interested whether there are certain loopholes in the management of our security forces and where we can beef up training and continuous training to meet the growing trends of human psychology and how people perceive public office and public officers now, and the growing trend of self-entitlement and demand on state institutions. All those things need to be accounted for, and refresher courses need to be given to state institutions to understand the psyche of the people today compared to the past, to understand the demands of the people today, whether or not they are justified compared to the past, so that trends and new things can be learned and unlearned. And at the same time, the public also needs to be educated that the moment the police also comes in, the security forces come in, we need, even if you have a case, at least go through the process. Unless otherwise, sometimes you also feel your life is under threat, and you would have to, in a way, defend yourself. But do not be overly aggressive and overly, enthusiastic in engaging the security forces. Let us know our limits as a people, even if we believe that we have a genuine case. We are the reasons they are there. And if you feel in any way maltreated or treated unfairly, there are so many ways to seek redress. So we need to have a win-win situation. The public needs to understand what's demanded of them, their roles and responsibilities in light of your rights. The same way the police also needs to understand what is demanded of them, the professionalism at play, and how to manage crowd and certain situations. But we would await the full details of the investigations and see where lessons can be learnt and unlearnt.
Right. Honorable, the background story we are told is that the police were on an operation to arrest an individual they suspect of selling tramadol. But after searching his shop, they found no tramadol, but insisted on arresting him. And that's when the community members sought to resist the arrest. If the police is going about its duty, is it for the community members to resist an arrest, whether they deem it lawful or otherwise?
Good morning to you and our listeners and viewers. Let me also use the opportunity to condole with the families of the two deceased and the two who are still in the hospital. Yeah, so we are aware that this was a drug trafficking offense that they were following a lead on. Let me say that the police are supposed to be for us.
Yes.
Yesterday, today, and forever.
The police is your friend.
Yes, they are supposed to be our friend. Yesterday, today, and forever. Yes, they have transitioned from being a police force to a police service. And I think that sometimes when you see the actions, you want to believe that some have not transitioned in mind from being a force to a service. And so usually they would want to bring in the force that may not be needed at a particular time. The laws, we have laws that govern their standard operating procedures. The Constitution guides that. Article 200 and 201. So we have other laws, the Police Service Act 1970, Act 350. We also have the Police Service Regulations that came along with the Act. And so those are the key things that are supposed to guide how they do their work. In recent times, NACOP. It used to be NACOP.
Yeah.
Now it is NACOC. And Narcotics Control Commission that is responsible for these drugs and its use. Let me say that the use of drugs generally in the country is on ascendancy.
True.
And yesterday, my committee hosted the Interior Minister. And
you're on the Assurances Committee?
Yes, I am.
Very well.
Some of the information we had was staggering. That those who were screened for recruitment to the security services, as much as 1,300 of them are HIV positive, and then most of them are also on drugs. And so that is how come the screening was very critical. So the question people sarcastically asked was, if you are screening those who are entering, what about those who are already there? Are we sure of their sanity level before giving them guns to go and operate? How sure are we that they are in the best frame of mind to handle the guns that they have? But let me also say that the Narcotic Control Commission largely operates on intelligence. And so that's why they've been moved even now into the intelligence services. So they operate with the National BNI.
Bureau of National Investigations.
We keep changing their
name. NIB, BNI.
Bureau of National Investigation and National Security Outfit. So that's the category they are in now. So once they are going, they go with the police, the military, and all that. There have been recent raids in some areas that the weed, the cannabis have been seized. There is this issue, Gerard, about the law being passed for cannabis to be grown, whether people are aware the level they can grow. Actually, they are supposed to, the ones that are supposed to grow doc is about 0.3, less than 0.3% of the levels we expect. But some go as far as over 6. And so that is the kind of thing we see in our youth. And so for me, I am not too surprised that the residents whom they went to search have retaliated or acted in a manner that is not according to the rules of engagement that we expect. Like Doc said, when the police come in, you have nothing to do but to cooperate with them. If you have a case, there are procedures you need to go through to make your issues heard. You cannot combat the police, especially when they are armed. You are not armed. You are a citizen. The people are supposed to protect you. So if you have something to say or do, find a decent way of doing it. But if you want to combat them and they lose their guard, these are the things that happen. But I'm not happy about this incident where some altercation comes and people lose control and then they fire and people are dead. How many of us will remain for the police to take over when they continue to shoot and kill at every instance or every provocation? We believe that some kind of trainings would have been given to. We see a lot of movies, we go outside, we see how the police operate. Sometimes you walk through the street of Europe, countries outside Ghana, especially North Africa though, and you see all the police. You hardly see them holding gun. But here, even the police at the front of the
church. Yeah, because we see them.
It's holding AK-47.
Some are even drunk and still holding their service weapons.
And I really don't know. Some are in traffic. Just directing traffic, they have guns. I don't understand. And we say we don't have a lot of ammunition, but we have it given to almost everybody. Why? And they don't have any tactics, kung fu and all those tactics so that they could use in trying to disable people who wish to attack them. And it's all about gun. The little thing, and then they are cocking their gun. What is this? You are driving in traffic, they come across you and then gun. What kind of thing is this? And so sometimes I think that the police have become too trigger happy. At the least provocation, they want to pull the trigger. And so they are supposed to be protecting us. We are citizens. Civilization where we've gotten to, we are supposed to do things right. I believe that once they know it is we they are supposed to be protecting, we shouldn't get to the extent where people will just pull gun and shoot and people die, and then they are interdicted. After a while they go to do some investigation, and then they come back to the service, or they be posted to other places, and they may go to repeat the same thing. I think it's high time we have an independent body, that helps in the investigation of these matters. Because the police themselves go to investigate themselves.
They have the Police Professional Standards Bureau.
Who are there? Are they not police officers? So if I say police are investigating themselves, is it Doc and me who is
so
there?
who polices the policeman?
That's the question. So you see, I think that we should get to that stage where we have an independent body, that when things like this happen, they will go in and look at what the situation was, whether maximum force was applied or minimum force, and some of those things should be looked at critically, so that then there will be some level of decency in the country. We have laws that govern us. Let's play by the rules of the game. There are a lot of things you can do, and there are things you can do from one stage to the other. When it's escalates, you have to call for reinforcement. People have to come and help you, so that you don't go shooting and all that thing that we see every day. I think that is becoming one too many. I agree with him largely to the extent that we should get these people to understand that it is because of us that they are being paid. And most of us want to be in their position, but we don't get it. Most of the youth. And yes, I agree that out of frustration, some of them not getting the kind of jobs they need. Some of them go into drugs, and some of them go into some of these actions. Recently, in a school in one of my communities in South Tomusokwe, some drug addicts went through a school with motorbike, rode through where the teachers were sitting, kind of sitting under a tree. I came to staff common room, and he rode through them. And when they complained, he poured a cocoa that was in some rubber, splashed it on their face. And out of anger, they decided that they won't go to the school again. The school has been closed down for some time. The police are supposed to look into this. So these are the excesses of drug use and its effects on us as a people. So I'm happy the extent Muntaka is going, that he wants to rid the country of drugs, because we have an international reputation when it comes to the use of drugs and the effects that come out thereon. So we need to rid our society of drugs. The last time we were with the Standards Authority, and the kind of things they showed to us, I went with the Trace Committee, and the kind of things they show to us, it's so terrible. Doc will know the generic drugs that are available now and how the youth are terribly misusing these things. It is not helping us in any form. Most of the things they mention, even marijuana, if I see it now on the table, I will struggle to know that it's marijuana. But most of our kids, and sometimes the little girls, 10 years, 13 years, they are high on drugs. And you imagine, you ask yourself, what are they getting out of this? And you wonder where they get money from every day to go and buy these things and use. And they become addicted, and they do other things. So my appeal to the youth is that drugs doesn't help in any form. Your sanity is very necessary. Look at those who want to go to the security services, and you'll be tested positive for that. Nobody will take you. And they come every day worrying, Honorable, I want to go to fire service, I want to go to police, I want to go to this. Bring your name, and then you go, you are tested, you are screened, and you are positive for drugs. How can I help you get to the security services? So you are worsening your situation by the day. So let's stay out of drugs, and let us put ourselves together to attract any decent job that will come our way, so that we become very, very serious citizens in the future. But the trajectory we are going, especially as youth, it's so alarming, and it's threatening. Let's stay out of drugs. It wouldn't help us in any form. I don't know, they say in school you use drugs and you are able to learn. and you are able to pass, but there are very ones who fail their exams. And I really, maybe Doc can help.
Maybe there's some science to it.
Maybe there's some science. Terribly.
But post the interdiction, what would you want to see happen? Because we've read that the community members are threatening to revenge.
In situations like this, yes, you can understand the angle the community is coming from. It's part of dealing with losses. You know, it's the immediate actions people would give when you lose someone in such manner. Of course, your natural sympathesis kick in, and you start acting based on those hormonal situations at that point. But you can only urge calm, and the only way to also keep the trust and faith of the citizenry is the fact that the process will be fully exhausted. We shouldn't be too keen on necessarily punishment, but what are the lessons in it for us? Of course, those who have lost loved ones, we are all fighting and advocating for justice for them. No one should misread what we are saying. We are advocating for justice for those that have lost their lives, unfortunately. That's if there's something to answer. But on the other side, we need to look at the lessons that can be learned from this. Is it a matter of crowd control? Is it an issue of improper usage of ammunition on the side of the police? Is it the lack of training on when and where to use those ammunitions? And is it okay for the police to even flee a scene when the issues become uncontrollable?
Exactly.
Because you can always come back.
Yes.
I don't think that person
reorganize and
or the people are necessarily going to leave their community. So you can go back and regroup and come back later. But in an instance where you did not find what you went in for, I really would like to know why there was still that insistence
on
arrest. Maybe at best an invitation, because you didn't find anything for the person at that point. So what was the reason for the arrest? You didn't have anything concrete, if that was the situation. So there are a lot of lessons that can be learned through this process, and we shouldn't investigate it and put it in the locker. It should be something that would become a test case for the police itself to organize refresher courses for their people and teach the force on some of these basic things, when to retreat and when to move forward, when to apply those forces, when to apply, when there's the need for the ammunitions to be used. But Honorable also touched on a few things that are worth repeating. The issue of drug usage amongst the youth these days. It's becoming quite uncontrollable. But the other angle we also need to look at is that in my infantile years of practice, I don't think anyone is happy doing drugs. There is a gentleman I met, names obviously withheld, patient privacy, who confessed to me that he takes about 8 bottles of cough syrup a day.
Cough syrup?
Yes, because the cough syrup has some codeine in there, and codeine is a cousin of cocaine, so they are all those illicit medications. And he takes about 8 bottles of the cough syrup a day. We have those that are addicted to
does he add it to the energy drink?
No, he just takes it. I mean, literally.
Add it to
the energy drink. So the energy drink contains caffeine. And then codeine is added. So double dose of cocaine family, right? And super glue and other issues. But we need to rather come to the state of supporting these people, because I do not think it's necessarily their wish to remain in that situation. But if you read psychology and medicine and the effects of addiction on the individual, you will then understand why it is so difficult to do away with it. Have you heard of withdrawal syndrome? Admitting a patient who is even addicted to alcohol. Alcohol is not as dangerous as the methamphetamines and the cocaines, at least acutely. And if someone is used to taking alcohol and the person comes to you and the person goes 24 hours without alcohol. The kind of display and the difficulties that person would go through. They are sometimes even chained to their beds to control them and give them some medications to calm them. So it's really a very serious situation. In the midst of advising the youth and advocating against drug use, the state has to take deliberate steps in rehabilitation of these people. That's the only way out. If someone is addicted, we can advise the person from morning to evening. The addiction will not stop, from the advice. The rehabilitation would rather work more than the addiction. Then we are all for our security forces and national bodies in tightening the loopholes where these drugs find their way into the country. And the overly experimental nature of ourselves. I don't know what the NCA and the Communications Ministry can do to limit access to certain links online where these things find themselves freely and exhibited and advertised freely, I mean, online. But so there is a whole system that needs to be reviewed, and it's a multi-sectorial thing that needs to be considered. The NCA has a role, and the police has a role, NACOC has a role, the health sector has a role, and even the community itself also has a role. So let's look at rehabilitation beyond the advices and sealing the loopholes. And it's a canker, and we are sitting on a time bomb. However, it's not easy to get out of addiction. I have my colleagues, some are addicted, and sometimes you are asking who takes care of the police or who polices the police, who takes care of the doctor who's also addicted. And it's very easy for our people, because we know the drugs more than the people. We know the effects of the drugs more than the people.
You still go ahead and take.
And sometimes it's easier that way because I rather know the effects of the drugs on the human body compared to the layman. Layman will have to experiment to know. But I have studied the psychology of the drug and how the drug works. So if I have a headache, am I tempted to take, let's say, paracetamol that will take time to work, or I should go for the stronger medication? Right? So that dilemma comes in when you have the benefit of the fact, and you are in the system and you know what and how things work. So let's look beyond that. Our workplaces do not have such support, unfortunately. Our communities do not have such support. We rather see those people as deviant and as outcasts, outliers, and truants. But there are a lot of people closer to us who are also involved in those things, except they may be a bit polished and will not exhibit what the ordinary person would exhibit to you. Some have good homes. So yes, when they retire from work, they are going to take their medications and afterwards they sleep. It's those that do not have places to sleep that we see by the roadsides. It's those that do not have proper place of abode that we see in the slums, and we're able to pick them. But it's a national issue, and it's cast across all stratum of people and societal classes. So we need to have a national conversation to have a proper way of handling drugs and drug usage among all people in the country. It's quite unfortunate.
Very well. The conversation has, dovetailed into the drug issue. So let's deal with the Minister for the Interior and his appearance at the Assurances Committee of Parliament and the number of issues that he spoke about. You've already touched on the recruitment services and the number of persons who tested positive for illicit drugs. He also spoke on the drug bust at Pedu and the fact that some cocaine worth about $350 million has been destroyed.
What's your problem?
No, I don't have a problem.
You want us to release everybody for the country? Is that what you want us to do?
Can we find use for some of these drugs?
I know that's what you want to
instead
do.
of destroying them.
It's cocaine, right?
Yes.
It's used in the pharmaceuticals.
In the pharmaceuticals.
Yeah.
You see, sometimes we want to make a statement by the destruction of some of these things, and it's according to the law.
Right.
The law says that if you find this and you seize it, these are the processes you go through. It should be tested once it's proven to be something illicit, go through the process, get EPA and other people to issue, the court to issue a warrant and all those things for you to destroy, it. That is what the law says, and that is what we are doing until we amend the law. I'm not sure we have any of these industries in Ghana that are using cocaine for the pharmaceuticals unit that can turn it into whatever we want it to.
APC.
We're doing painkillers in this country.
Even if we do, I'm not sure we have amended our law for us to allow us to give this.
But we can go to court on the same.
Or if you go to court, the court will interpret all the losses. So unless we amend the law to reflect that as a people burning $30 million worth of cocaine should rather be turned into some productive gain, maybe used for travel or something. so unless we change the law, that is all the law stipulates now, that let's go through the process and destroy it. And once you destroy, people see that their hard-earned money is being destroyed, then we are sure that it will be a deterrent enough. That is in the mind of those who made the law. And so for me, yeah, sometimes yesterday that issue came up during the discussion that why are we not turning some of these things into hard cash? They go to seize a lot of cannabis on transit and they come to burn it.
Yeah.
Instead of selling it to the countries that want to use it. The last time I was in US or one of these, is it Germany or one of these countries, they say they've made over 30 billion US dollars for a year out of the cannabis thing. So people continue to ask these questions, and so, but like I say, the law has not allowed us to give it out to people. So maybe we'll look at that aspect of the law, whether we can change the trash to cash.
Very well. Were you alarmed when he mentioned, if you like, the connivance or complicity of, I like to say, public officials and not government officials in the meth case?
No, I'm not. Ghanaians, largely, you see our psyche and you see that generally most of us have that tendency to be corrupt. Sometimes the way people speak to you, you are an honorable member of parliament. Oh, what about this? What about that? What about this? Can't you push this? Can't you pull this? Can't you do that? I say, is that what we think about? And so the tendency to be corrupt comes from us all. That's why sometimes when people, the public, lashes at the politicians or the top officials, I cringe. Because we are the very people who push these people to do some of the things they do. You are an MP for 4 years or 8 years, and maybe your life has not changed significantly, and people begin to question whether you are a proper MP or otherwise, because they expect that you would have cut corners and do things that you shouldn't have done to be a new person in society. But it's a bad practice and habit. Yesterday I was discussing with a big man from one of our institutions. He said there's one gentleman there whose salary is not good. Generally, the salaries are not good in that department, but they have ways of making extra money. And so he was seconded or asked to go to a different unit where the salary is about 3 times what he's currently earning. So he got an appointment letter. After 1 week, he was supposed to accept, and they were not getting any acceptance letter from him. Then later he came, so Chief, you know, Prof, you know, I checked the things very well. Let me just remain here.
Because the other ways of making money.
You get it? So maybe you are getting 2,000, you go and get 6,000 somewhere.
Exactly.
But he says, so I love the 2,000.
Yeah.
You see, so it is because they have other means of making extra money. That's why they profit from the system, and it's bad for us. So I wasn't surprised when he made mention of that yesterday, that we have a lot of our people who want to interfere or partake in the system so that they can also get their benefits. It's largely part of us, but I think that going forward, if we want to rid society of all these fields, in quotes, and then become the people we have always preached to be, then we need to let go some of these things. And the worst part is that our little ones are taking over from us.
Yeah.
So by day you hear worse stories, and it is not becoming better. For some few of us who will say that this one should not be done, people look at you differently. Are you the only pope in the country? So it's difficult to remain blemished. Many of us Ghanaians have tendency to be corrupt, and so it's not a good thing for us if we really want the society we wish to have.
Very well. Doc, a number of things were said in that meeting or in that discussion. This $350 million worth of cocaine destroyed, the number of applicants who tested positive for HIV, and the even bigger number who tested positive for illicit drugs. Then, of course, there was the Sapeman gold bust and fake dollar issue. And then there's this, how do you guys call it? We would like to say the meth, then we'll cut it short because the meth what? Methamphetamine. It's a very long.
So just mention it.
Meth, and then we'll move on. So yeah, if you can box it all and then give me your perspective on these.
The general conclusion is that, Honorable, it doesn't look good on Ghana.
No, it doesn't look good.
Just when the government took over from last year, we've had a couple of instances of drug and drug-related issues in the country, which doesn't portend well at all.
No, but you see, when you go to talk about last year, they will tell you that it is because they are now more aggressive. They are not allowing the system to be loose. That is why we are hearing more of this. So let's not go to that.
If the system was loose then, we would have had it being discovered or uncovered in other parts of the world. Like we saw what recently went through our shores into Australia. So it really doesn't look good on us, Honorable. And the government should be up and doing. And when it comes out that government officials are involved, as public officials are involved, as said by the Interior Minister, then it emboldens those who are into the trade. That yes, let's go to Ghana. Not only is it loose to transit drugs through Ghana, you would have public officials who today would aid you to transit those drugs or trade in those drugs in this country. It doesn't look good on the country at all. And we would have to sit up as a people. The government needs to be up and doing. We will not do politics with it. We know what the NDC would have said. If in NPP's government there were causes to be concerned that public officials are involved in the transit of drugs along our borders as a country. We know the position of Honorable.
We have been nice since morning.
And we've been very nice.
Let's continue like that.
And his people, we know the position they would have taken. They would have placed squarely the responsibility on the head of the president of the day. And
you don't want to do that.
They would have made it about the Kufuor, they would have made it about the MPP, and they would have gone to the extent of even saying that this is the MPP that's culpable and complicit in the trade and usage of drugs in this country. We know where the NDC would have taken it. But we will not do the usual politics. Today, they've done all the politics, and their own words are back to bite them as power is given to them. We will not behave like the NDC. We would approach it with a nationalistic view. You heard our flag bearer when he visited the flood zones. When he did not have to sit in a helicopter to inspect the plight of his people, but rather walked in the mud to tell the people that I'm with you and I'm for you.
The helicopter doesn't give you a better view of the affected area.
The helicopter, it only gives you a drone image.
An area
you want to experience what people are going through. The 2 or 3 people who died behind my church at Mar 7. You want to know what they went through a helicopter? To know their tears? The family, Honorable, that was
come on track.
I'm on track, Honorable. The family that was willing. You see their tears trickling down their face. through a helicopter. But when Dr. Bawumia realized that it's about people and the problems they have faced.
So he went with the Wellington boots.
It's not about the Wellington boots. It's about
being secure. And he was splashing mud on all other people around him.
Being secure and being safe at that moment. And visiting the people in their homes, empathizing with them, seeing and living their experiences. And in the end, Dr. Bawumia said, we need to tackle floods as a national issue. That's a mark of a statesman. That's a mark of a leader when given the opportunity, will not politicize issues. Unlike what we saw when Honorable's leader wanted to be president, for someone who has had the benefit of a vice president, who has had the benefit of a presidency, accumulated 8 years vice president, still placed the blame of floods on the doorstep of the NPP. Dr. Bawumia showed statesmanship and showed leadership and made it about Ghana and Ghana first.
So back to the
we also told the tangent.
We are talking about
our flag bearer.
Parliament, Assurances Committee, and now you are talking about Bawumia in the plans.
The tangent of our flag bearer, who sees issues of national importance as Ghanaian issue and needs to be tackled as Ghanaians. So we would not behave like the NDC and make this cocaine and drug trade and passage along our borders as NDC issue, even though they are in power and the buck stops with them to make sure our security officers and the bodies appropriately deal with these issues. We need to come together as a country and combat it because it doesn't have a good image on the Ghanaian. It's emboldening those who are in the trade that Ghana is a transit point and people in public places would aid you do drugs in this country. So then it opens the floodgate for them to come. However, we are here speaking of tramadol and certain drugs. Tramadol is a painkiller that can easily be gotten in the country. But if the youth experiment with tramadol and they become so used to tramadol, at a point, the body will see it as a normal thing. So just like I'm starting to drink alcohol, I'll take 50 mils and I'll start getting high. A point will come, 50 mils will not do anything to me. I have to graduate to 100, 120, 200, and at a point, I can drink this whole bottle of appetition. And even at a point, so I have to graduate to whiskey and other things proper. So when they experiment with the tramadols and co, and they are not really getting the excitement and the euphoria they get on previous doses, they will graduate into the meth. They will graduate into the cocaine. And we've seen the effect of those drugs on people, especially in the Western countries. We do not want that situation in our country. So we would be citizens enough and go on the path of the Ghanaian spirit and say that we call on the government, just like Dr. Bawumia made pronouncement on the flood issues, that it is a national problem. And it needs to be tackled. We will not do politics with it. The only part I have
you have not done politics yet.
Not at all, Nabo. The only part I have
we seem surprised.
I'm surprised that he says he will not do politics with this after he's just finished with the politics.
What is the privacy, conditions regarding the recruitment processes? Because I'm worried. Of the 506,000 people who applied, we are told 1,300 were HIV positive. Are we not breaching people's medical confidentiality? Names are not mentioned.
Yes.
But the moment you put this out, everyone develops an antenna. And if I was part of those who applied for the jobs, the moment people get to see or get to know this story, people will start looking at you in a certain way.
Especially if you don't get successfully recruited.
Especially if you are unsuccessful. And part of the problems public health is battling is stigmatization.
Yeah.
Go to all the programs under public health. HIV, tuberculosis, leprosy, elephantiasis. Think of all the problems we are dealing with as a country in our public health space. Stigmatization is key. Have we rather approached these people, review their conditions and status to them, properly liaised with the National AIDS Control Program, the TB Control Program, the Public Health Division of the Ghana Health Service, and bring these people under control and management.
That's what we are
instead of bringing this out.
That's what we are doing.
I do not know the recruitment policy and whether or not by signing up and wanting to be recruited into security services, I waive off my medical privacy and rights.
You have not waived off.
So why?
You are signed to be checked, screened.
Signed to be checked and
to be screened. Yes.
I did not
But
sign
not for my results to be put
I did
out.
not. No, your result has not been put out.
The people collectively.
So they go on a portal and it's private.
Right.
So they send you your private result.
Yes.
Even this one has not been sent to them.
Yes.
They would invite you to the medical facility where the screening was done. And then they will set up a counseling unit. So they will counsel you like they do usually when you are going for the HIV test. Ordinarily, you go, they will have to counsel you before and after the results are in, whether you are positive or negative. You'll be counseled before the result is close to you. It's the same thing they are doing.
Honorable, that's even worse.
No, you see, the reason why these things should be said generally, it's only to caution, to advise the youth. Once you want to go here, know that this and this and this are the things you have to go through. So you have to keep yourself off this, you have to keep yourself this, you have to keep yourself off this.
Can always...
And as a member of parliament, some of the, or most of the people definitely feel that they can go through you to get recruited. When these results don't come, for instance, they were supposed to come on the 1st of July. We asked that question yesterday, and then it's been postponed because of other things that may not be in place. So they put pressure on you. What's happening to this? What's happening to that? What's happening to this? So sometimes you make general statements to let them understand that these are some of the situations and the things we found. The reason why some people may not be able to be absolved. But if you leave it general, they will feel that it's the usual protocol, so to say, that it's only party people who are being taken and others left off the hook. So let us explain to them that it may be based on your the aptitude test you do, or it may be the screening would have done for you. We have found one thing or the other. Ordinarily, any other thing will let you know that this is it. But beyond that, if it has to do with the HIV and all those other things, we'll invite you over and then take you through the process.
This is the political management of the situation. Because Honorable has mentioned, we understand the pressures on them to get jobs, especially when you promise the whole youth that you're going to introduce. You see where Doc is going again.
He says he will do politics.
So in trying to manage the situation for those that approached them for help and they not being successful, part of the management is to at least put these things out. But it's even worse in the sense that the people have not been told of their status.
Which people? No, I am saying that generally you will be told. But if it has to do with some of these ones,
they've not been told yet.
No.
Those who were tested positive,
they won't tell you through the portal that you have been tested positive.
They will
invite you.
So before this figure was put out,
they will tell you have failed your medicals.
But
to know the details, then you'll be invited.
So the status, Honorable, has not been communicated to them.
It's only these ones.
And yet it's been made public.
It's only these ones.
The point I'm driving is not being political.
Okay.
I'm talking about public health.
Are you sure?
I'm talking about public health. As a medical person. Not
now I understand you.
The danger here is that the people do not know of their status.
Right.
You can now
but they know they failed the medical test.
No. So let me clarify this. Those with HIV and some other thing, it's only those few that do not know their status.
So
generally, you know.
We had over 500,000.
Generally, they will tell you have diabetes, you have this, you have that.
We have over 500,000 people looking for job.
Yeah.
And it was the excess of the 500,000 that was recruited. Right? So 500,000 people were unsuccessful. And I don't think anyone...
No, it's not
No, we have 506,000 people applying. Yes. And we're only picking 5,000. Later, you said you were going to add top-up. We don't know if the top-up has even been done.
It's been done.
But even if it's done, we have almost 500,000 people who were unsuccessful.
Yeah.
So we have almost 500,000 people at home who are now living in fear.
Oh, Doc.
Yes, because they don't know their status.
I am saying that they know.
Of their
have they been invited?
They've all been invited.
And told that
they have HIV.
What do you mean by
We
told?
just said
No, what do you mean by told?
That they failed the
medicals, yes.
But the
Why they failed
of the failure has not been communicated to them.
If it is HIV.
Yes.
If it is HIV,
It has
that
been
one
communicated.
no, what is communication?
No, it has been told.
Not
to them.
through the portal.
But personally, they've been told.
Yes, personally they were invited.
And told.
Yes.
That's fair enough. Thank you.
Yes.
That part is cleared.
Oh, they've been invited.
Right.
Beyond that.
No, I have
We
a
are
special
looking
case. I have a special case in my constituency. The mother was so mad at me that the daughter did not make it through. And so in my mind, I was thinking that it was a HIV thing. When I forced her to go to the center, she went. It was actually not the HIV. So there were some of the things that they did not disclose to them through the portal. So they will invite you over. Except, of course, you decided not to go. But once you go, they will take you to the process and then they'll let you know.
That was the right thing to do. The fact that you did not disclose their status to them through the portal.
No, yes.
But rather, it was a counseling session before.
Yes.
The difficulty here is what you put out, Honorable. You disclose people's confidentiality. Exactly. And even though we can't pinpoint A, B, C.
He didn't go with names.
No.
But you see,
you've put all of the unsuccessful.
If I applied, and in my community, people know I applied, but I wasn't successful.
People are now going to
and now they are being told that 1,300 people are
one of them.
They will assume.
People are now going to look at the unsuccessful people suspiciously.
Yeah.
And we are battling stigmatization in these public health programs. So we could have shelved these parts from the public.
No, you
we
see,
could have shelved it.
You see,
unless it's part of the terms and conditions that you waive your medical confidentiality right. Otherwise,
once you apply,
all the 500,000 people who were unsuccessful have been boxed together, and what has been told the public is that 1,300 of them are HIV positive.
Common denominator.
And the common
what is the percentage? About 0.2 or 0.3?
No, it's the fact that you do not know who has it. So we put all of them in one bracket, and the stigmatization will be meted out to them collectively.
Very well. Let me
help with the programs we are running under public health. So next time, Honorable, please, the sector is multi-sectorial. Maybe you can approach the appropriate body, the Public Health Division of Ghana Health Service.
No, of course, it's a Ministry of Health, the unit that is responsible for this.
Yes.
So it wasn't the Ministry of Defense.
For the medical
so the
communication of the
okay, sure, okay.
And the management of those things are the problem. And stigmatization is key. People will now even be scared to even go and do this. Applications.
But Doc, you are stretching this beyond.
We fail to recognize the rippling effects of these things, Honorable. But if you are in the space, you'd understand. Because now the first thing anyone would ask for, until me test me way na me na say say people who
they have not mentioned your name.
Hold your horses. Hold your horses. Let me take a quick break. We'll come back and continue this conversation. This is Breakfast Daily on Channel One Television. Send us your thoughts, your comments, and contributions. Let us know what you also think. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Line of work, a confident smile is everything. Kel Charcoal Toothpaste keeps me on top of my game and ensures my smile is always radiant and bright.
With the tiring nature of my job, we spend several hours under the scorching sun. To keep our teeth white and our breath fresh all the time, we use none other than Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. You're on a Kessie and in a kit one.
Samayo Kendini, who be here, Semetra Sapapadia to Amame Manfo, Kel Charcoal's natural ingredients, and a bomb is several buying, a man is swing, Nesansu Mama Hotoso, a will beg you.
Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. Choose Kel Charcoal Toothpaste for anti-cavity, whiter teeth, and fresher breath all day. Available in 80 gram and 150 gram. Grab yours today.
Kel. Happy Smile. This advert is FDA approved.
This July, get ready for stories that will make your heart race. From love and passion to secrets and lies that can ruin everything. Catch the sizzling episodes of Sins and Roses at 4 p.m., Domenica Monteiro at 5 p.m., Be My Sunshine at 6 p.m., and Avenida Brazil at 7 p.m. Central African Time. Only on Novelas Plus, Channel 133 on DSTV.
Every day, we make choices. Some big, some small.
What would you be doing today? I want this or...
Every day, we make choices. And sometimes, choices that shape our hearts.
Hi.
Whether it's a long-term or short-term decision.
This.
The Lydia Ranger gives you the power to truly decide. With Lydia, you truly decide.
You're welcome back. This is Breakfast Daily here on Channel 1 Television. We're having a conversation on the appearance of the Minister for the Interior at the Government Assurances Committee sitting yesterday. A number of things that were said. Doc has dealt with, if like, the public stigma that may accompany the announcement that some 1,300 applicants into the security recruitment exercise tested positive for HIV. I want us to deal with another aspect of it that has to do with, if you like, the trust that indeed, say the cocaine that was destroyed, the trust that indeed, the public confidence that indeed it was destroyed.
It was destroyed, or whether it was the cocaine that was destroyed.
Exactly.
It's not like those times in the past that it would turn into coconteo.
The gold bust and the SAPIM and the fake dollars. We understand all those were also destroyed.
Yes.
Can we do this in a way that at least the public is aware, so that it rules out all ambiguity, all suspicions, perceptions?
This was a public thing.
Yeah, the communication was not. We only had the announcement yesterday.
Done in secrecy, and you see there was even a court order, and the processes were gone through, and the distraction was done openly. The pictures are there.
But those who are overly suspicious that indeed maybe some kolebu powder is what you destroyed.
Kokonte.
The kokonte that happens in the evidence room.
This one was a real cocaine.
But you see, we need to work to drive public perception that builds trust in public institutions. So I think maybe the communication around some of these things should be more efficient, more effective.
Yeah, so I agree with you, but no matter what communication will be done, if people want to do things behind the door, they will do. Because if they parcel the tea, they bring you, a journalist, City TV, you are there. You saw it parceled. Would you go and test? No. If you see it white, you are not honest. So it is that general trust that we need to build in our system. Beyond that, whatever we do, people who want to be pessimistic will continue to be. But reality, the individual involved, and the institutions we have around this, and it's not only one sector, it's a multi-sectorial issue. And so everybody was involved. When it's locked, it's not only one person who has a key, several padlocks. This person will come and open, another will come and open. So it takes away a lot of the connivance that may happen easily if it's with just one or two people. And so for me, to the pure, things are pure. Sometimes it is because of the experiences we had in the past when cocaine would turn to coconte, that these days when they say they have destroyed cocaine, people will still be thinking that it was turning to coconte. So I think that times are gone now. Things are the way we expect them to be. And so I understand that these things are real.
Let me take these messages, and then this one maybe Doc can comment on it, because it looks like it's a response to your submission. Okay, so the first one says illicit drugs have become so prevalent these days, including our senior high schools, tertiary institutions, and what have you. Government must act now and stop the lip service. This is Swala from La Paz who sent that one in. This one says, salute you all in the studio. Nana, with all due respect, I think some of the outrage is politically exaggerated. If the security services did not publish names, photos, or applicant numbers, then let us not deliberately confuse aggregate statistics with the exposure of personal medical records. That is not the same thing. We can question the wisdom of mentioning the HIV figure publicly, yes, but let us not manufacture a privacy scandal where identifiable details were not released. This is the Bull Talk from Bitchley who sent that one in. This one says, good morning. I watched the Interior Minister mention a number just over 1,000 as having been unsuccessful at the effort to maintain their medical privacy. What is this argument being made by Dr. Ezekiel? Look, so people feel identifiable, details were not released. So there's no privacy issue here.
I still stand by the point. Yes, we've boxed everyone, the 500,000 people, into one bracket, and we've told the world that out of the 500,000 that were unsuccessful, 1,300 have HIV. It puts all of them in one bracket, and people will start having a suspicious eye whenever they see anyone who was unsuccessful. And that's my point. We had a very good avenue, as Honorable told us, that the people were even invited and were cancelled, and their status relayed to them. I believe it should have ended there, and not to put them numbers out. Anyone who applied and was unsuccessful, if the texter sees any of them, I believe in his mind, he's asking, is he part of the 1,300? That is the stigmatization. That's the point of it.
Very well, very well. Good morning, honorable panel. I think there's an issue that has come to light for all of us to help get rid of. It is alleged that food vendors and some canteens are now spicing their food with these hard drugs, especially the Indian hemp. At areas around Takwa, around the university, they are mentioned. It happens to be that it's a new thing now, springing up around our tertiary institutions. I think it will help us if your noble professionals investigate that. Thank you. This is Francis from Akwemuman. The people, they are finding ways and means to...
Charlie, it's crazy. And that's why I'm saying that the level at which we are going, I don't know what the drugs is doing to us. Yeah. I really don't know why people...
It's the euphoria.
You don't use some, so you wouldn't know. They know what they get from it.
They know what they get.
You don't use it, so...
They are excitatory drugs.
So if you are excited, then what?
I mean, I can't be in the feeling because I've not used it before. But from what the pharmacology and the medicine I studied, it gives you a euphoria. It excites you. It makes you happy. It calms you. So it is that feeling I believe we can all express when we experience it. Unfortunately,
so it's just like watching Ghana draw with England. And then we are excited.
we played anti-football to draw.
What is anti-football?
We got results. And
what is anti-football?
That qualified.
After the draw, we were excited and England was so sad.
We played anti-football too.
Anti-football? Hey, doctor.
For the purpose of tournament, yes, it was a good result.
And we were excited. The whole country was excited.
It was a tournament and we got a point.
But tournament football is about points.
Exactly. I'm saying that for the purposes of the tournament, we were excited because we got our points and advanced. But for the purposes of football, it was an anti-football we played. But that was our tactic.
Very well, very well, very well.
Anyway, there was something I was actually going to talk about. Yes, about what he said about Dr. Bawumia. We are going to the mad and sympathizing with the people.
Oh
no, it's not about going back. You said there were things he said. If he cared so much, the Garrett project, the Gamma project, the Cecilia Dapa things, all the money.
We can go into it.
If the drains were constructed very well, would these places have flooded? For him to be splashing mad on the people he's going to do.
We can go into it.
Without the ability to...
It's not one of our topics.
We can go into it.
We can go into it, yes. I say it's not one of our topics.
It's not one of our topics, so let's go.
Mama, as soon as he came, he set up a task force to review the whole system and give him a report.
To combat the flood.
Where is the report of that task force?
But they have not presented a report.
No, they have not presented it.
They have not presented.
The flood task force.
After what? 1 year, 6 months?
The flood task force.
After 1 year. When was the task force?
They were commissioned last March.
So 1 year.
March of last year. 1 year, 3 months.
1 year, 4 months. into.
But this has been something that has occurred over the period.
You shouldn't go to the politics of it.
But you were trying to make it look as if Omia cared for the people. That was why he went to work in the man. And somebody who doesn't care to assess.
Someone was doing clips in the air.
Why?
Someone was doing clips in the air.
He has not flown before. And he had to fly over Accra to have the feeling of flying.
Oh, no.
You think that is what he was doing? The president of the land.
He was creating content in the air.
Why is he a blogger?
He was creating content in the air.
He was creating content in the air. You must withdraw this.
The president
people have died. His ministers were on ground and they gave him reports.
And you saw people's tears through the helicopter.
No, but
where did you see
his appointees, his agents were on the ground.
His appointees, his ministers, his DCs, his MCs
on the ground to see those who were crying. And the president.
What is about the people who were crying?
They crying.
He's looking for a solution. He's
behind my church.
He's not being populist. He's not being populist.
Behind my church, a house lost 3 people. How did the president see their tears from the skies?
We don't have people on the ground who give reports.
The 3 people.
No, so we don't.
The number one gentleman.
So if you go to see their tears, then that's what's their problem.
That is how you empathize with people.
It's not about empathy. You see, this is the kind of thing we'll be doing, and the problem keeps. You go,
what was identified through the skies?
It's about solving the problem.
You saw the choke that through the skies.
But you're able to assess the extent of damage.
We all saw the extent of the problem. You have a situation that has killed almost 40 people.
Have
you need to fly there?
You see, I am a surveyor. I know what photogrammetry is about. When you fly the things you see. So when I'm flying, I can identify things on the ground.
You did not fly. But do you?
You see, I didn't fly. What did I do?
No, you don't fly. I mean, like the president did. That's what I'm saying. But do you need to fly to know that?
To have a wider view
of the situation.
The thing didn't just happen behind your church. It's the whole of Accra and other places.
But the president did not see the need to fly. When
very well. Let's move on. Let's progress the conversation.
He didn't see the need to fly.
Was he
at that time, he didn't fly.
Was he president?
2015. Who was president?
When fire disaster happened at Circle.
Yes.
Did
he fly over Circle?
That's Circle. Why did he fly over Circle?
It killed over 100 people. Did he fly over Circle?
So is it about the number of people who died?
Honorable, you do not need to fly to know that a situation that has killed almost 40 people.
Let's not digress. Let's not digress. This
is the whole of Accra.
The situation we knew already.
We knew, and the Gary project and the Gamma project couldn't solve it.
The Gamma
project took the money and went to keep it in her bedroom.
No, but that's why you cannot say. You cannot say she took the money and kept it in her bedroom.
When these arguments come in, I feel you are insulting. Not you, but the communication out there is aimed at insulting the Ghanaian.
No, but I still insist on the Garrett and the Gamma project. That's all there is about. It's about solving the flood situation, the drains, and making sure they take water away. So that for me is the.
Can the flood situation be linked to the government and the president?
The government
and the president. Is it the fault of the government that Accra was flooded?
No, you are supposed to solve a problem. So if it is not solved,
so there's the government's fault.
Not necessarily your fault, but you take responsibility.
You take responsibility. It's not about being your fault.
So the responsibility then this is taken that they are the cause of the flood.
Of course.
No, they are taking responsibility for what has happened.
Yes.
And are putting the actions to mitigate it.
So it's their responsibility that Accra got flooded.
It's their responsibility to reduce the impact of the
flooding.
Because you can't stop the rain.
Yes.
So why was the Kufuor's government blamed for the cause of the flood?
Or they were actually take responsibility and
he didn't. Should I read the president's?
Let's progress. Let's progress. Let's do a bit of, if like, diplomatic relations. Cyril Ramaphosa of South Africa, yesterday we were told that the government had rejected a proposed state visit. In the evening, we spoke to a presidential spokesperson from South Africa, and he sought to say that it wasn't necessarily a rejection, but a postponement. Based on all what is happening in South Africa, all this anti-immigrant protest and if like seeming xenophobic attacks, what do you make of it? Was it that this proposed visit good timing for a South African president to be moving about in African countries when in his backyard African nationals are being attacked?
I think we are blowing hot and cold as a country, and the managers of the country are just reading the room and acting accordingly. Otherwise, the premise of whatever is happening in South Africa, no one has discounted that. That people are living there illegally. People are doing illegal trades, not illegals in doing bad things, but your stay and your permit do not allow you to do certain works.
Right.
In our country, how many times haven't we seen people demonstrating that our brothers from Nigeria are doing retail businesses and shops are being locked and all that?
Against the GIPC Act.
Very good. So fundamentally, people have cause. It is the way they are going about it that's inhuman and is condemnable. And when the issue broke, we all said we should use diplomacy to solve it. That's not what we all said.
Yeah.
At this point, it's not diplomacy. So if we are rejecting a visit or an invitation, then we are going against our own stance. And it's all because largely the people are angry with South Africa. So I believe the government is just trying to read the room and act accordingly. Otherwise, there is no means of solving this issue aside diplomacy.
Well, the diplomacy can happen backdoor, but to be seen fraternizing with the president of a country which is attacking your brothers.
Are Ghanaians not deported from America?
Every day.
Are they going through proper human conditions before they are deported to America?
But are we seeing them physically attacked in the streets?
We are not seeing the videos emanating, but we've seen on CNN and other credible news sources people who are being maltreated through the eyes. Are we not seeing it? It's America.
But for that, you see, there's no declaration against it. It's happening. Even Americans are suffering treatment from ICE.
Yeah, it's a matter of principle. Whether Americans are suffering or not, we are part of the suffering. The people who have been deported are part of the excesses of ICE.
One Ghanaian was killed, though.
Exactly. Would Ghana reject an invitation by Trump because Ghanaians are being maltreated in America? Would Ghana reject an invitation? When they told us to accept deportees, didn't we go saying thank you, bring them to Ghana? Did you not open our arms to America to bring deportees to Ghana? And when we queried, we were told they were using Ghana as a transit to their home countries. This is the diplomacy we speak of. This is the only way to solve the issue. But there is another elephant in the room which has to do with the gold fields.
Hey, elephant.
Yes, because
big one or small.
There is the baby elephant, not the actual elephant.
That's why it's in the room, because the actual one now is in the.
Is it a UP plus or?
This is the MPP one. This is the MPP one, honorable. Right? And people have called on government not to extend the lease of gold fields and all that. And I mean, we don't want to jump the gun, but we all know the end story, where it will end. And we will come back to it when the issues unfold.
You know where it will end?
We all know where it will
end. Are you
in
the negotiation room?
We all know where it will end. Presidents should guide the future to know where it will end.
Presidents from?
Postulation.
So, Nana,
propaganda.
If the president of South Africa extended a hand of invitation to Ghana, I don't think they made it public that South Africa is inviting Ghana or wants to visit Ghana. Was it made public?
No.
Had it not been the rejection or the postponement, would you have heard of the invitation? So it was done in the back door. The invitation was done through diplomatic means in the back room. They didn't advertise the invitation or the request for invitation. They didn't advertise it. We are putting it out there, isn't it? This is the only way to solve the issue. When issues break, when there are upsets and uproars and public issues like this, it is not an event that can happen in a day or two for government to clamp down necessarily on these issues. You need to keep negotiating with the leadership of those who are perpetuating this unfortunate act. So I don't think the president of South Africa is happy with what is happening in his country. I don't think he's happy. It's against his country. It puts his own people in other countries in harm's way. Northern Ireland also, we're told just about a few weeks ago, had also deported 40 South Africans. There are other countries who are now beginning to attack, if not physically, verbally, South Africans living in other countries.
Right.
Do you think the government or the leadership of South Africa is happy that these things are happening to them? The effect on the economic outlook how it is going to affect the image and the economic image of South Africa, how it's going to affect the diplomatic ties of South Africa with other countries. I don't think they are happy with this. But when these situations happen, and it has sometimes serious cultural and political underhands in these situations, you approach it with tact. And the solution might not be immediate. So I don't think they are happy. But one of the means of solving these issues is through diplomacy that we all clamored for. So if that diplomacy has been extended to us, why are we now playing the Populist Act to say we reject you, we are not going to populist? We are not going to meet with you, we are not going to have any discussions with you, we are not, I mean, come on. All these things are necessary. Let's solve the issue diplomatically. Let's make our stance clear. We've made our stance clear. And South Africans, even in this country, have suffered one way or the other through the excesses of their people. But in solving the situation, we are part of the African Union. And per the good words of Akufo-Addo, the next AU chair, cast in stone, is going to be Ghana's president. And if there's a problem in Africa, and you are gearing up to become AU president, and you are rescinding on invitations to meet and have diplomatic means, when you become the AU president, that's how you are going to solve issues on the continent?
Very well, very well. Honorable, it wasn't, we're told from the spokesperson of Cyril Ramaphosa that really it wasn't a state visit. You know, we have this Ghana-South Africa binational commission, and Ghana was set to host the next engagement. So did we show bad faith in the communication that a proposed visit by Cyril Ramaphosa had been rejected?
You see, let's understand that the president is the president of Ghana. And he's supposed to lead Ghana. And he's supposed to carry the sentiments of Ghanaians along. What did Ramaphosa do when the March on March and the Dudula people went to meet him? What did he do? What is his stance against what they are doing? I have been in South Africa at least twice between last year and this year. The latest one was, I think, 21st of, we are in July, in April, or May. And we were in Cape Town for a conference. I went for 2 conferences in Cape Town for people living with disability and also my professional course. That's FIG, Federation of International Geodesists. I'm a licensed surveyor, and so I had to attend. We were actually in Cape Town. But these things happen in the peripheries. Maybe Johannesburg itself and those other Durban and other peripheries, and so you wouldn't see the effect so much in Cape Town. So I was actually surprised that they said somebody was killed in Cape Town, because Cape Town generally is a white-dominated place. Over 80-90% of them are white. You only see the locals, and especially those from the neighboring countries, Mozambique, Botswana, and some of those people being workers in even the hotels and the pubs and all the places. And so gauging the mood of the people, you realize that. And I was in Johannesburg and Pretoria earlier. I met some few Ghanaians. I went to a Ghanaian restaurant to eat and some of those things. The guy who drove me, the Uber driver, was a Nigerian. And then he told me that the attack was more on Nigerians than Ghanaians, because Ghanaians carry themselves so well. They are loved by the South Africans. But all of a sudden, the story changed, and then Ghanaians are also being attacked. Of course, they are into small-scale businesses. I met a guy who was doing nails, what do they call it? Manicure and pedicure. And some do barbering, some do the cooking. And the truth of the matter is that most South African young men do not do those things. And so it's left with, for the foreigners, the Africans who know that I've traveled from Ghana, may have to do something. Maybe that same person in Ghana may not do the kind of thing he's doing, but now that he's traveled and he feels that he can do it best, they do it. And so they don't usually find themselves in doing some of those things. It's their ladies who mostly are engaged in doing that. The reality is that as a gentleman, if you impregnate a lady, it's like you are doing her a favor. So she has to take care of you and the kids. Yes, that's the kind of...
So the women take all the men.
The women take all the men. So the men sit down at trees and play drafts and do all the things. You want to relocate? So that is the general thing you hear and see around South Africa. So it's more about the foreigners taking their girls and they not having that kinship role they need to play around.
It's an ego issue.
It's an ego issue. It's more about an ego. It wasn't like they want to do their job and they are not getting another person is doing. It's about me being the king. Somebody will have to serve me. Now that you are taking, I won't get anybody. That kind of ego thing. So yes, when all those things happened and they went to the extent they went, all of us have condemned the way they went.
Indeed.
In the spirit of after and all those things that we can move around easily, not needing visa and doing all those things. And so if
borderless Africa.
Yes, borderless Africa. So after doing all these things, and then you have you who have been colonized for so many years, and then all Africa helped you to get your liberation. And today the people who colonize you are still in your country, own over 80% of the land. If you have anger issue, who should you direct it to? Should it not be to the people? Is it to be directed to your African brothers and sisters who helped you out of this? Don't we have South Africans here in Ghana? Are we doing the same thing to them? Don't you have their businesses here in Ghana? And in spite of all those things, we decided not to retaliate. And then the spirit of this anger, didn't we see people demonstrating the last time on the street and they went to, which ministry did they go to? You see, so in that spirit, people are still angry. And you want us to have an open discussion, displaying Ramaphosa here in Ghana? Look,
so you think the timing was wrong?
Yes, the timing is wrong. And I'm not sure that we communicated that we cancelled the engagement. We are only saying that in the spirit of the pain that the Ghanaians are having now, let us shift it aside. In the meantime, let's think about ourselves. We brought a lot of people. We should think about how to reset them, how to give them jobs, how to create opportunities for them to be themselves. So if we are having that open door discussion and those people see, how would they look at that? As if we don't care. We are not sensitive to the things that are happening to them.
There's even the danger of those people going to
the danger of those people going to attack them is very real.
Should come here.
And so for me, the president is serving Ghanaians. He should carry the mood of Ghanaians along. We hell with the diplomacy sometimes.
Honorable, thank you so much.
What's all this?
Thank you.
Thinking about our citizens.
We have to leave it here. Our time is up.
Who is Ramaphosa and
This has been the news review segment of Breakfast Daily. But please don't go away. The show continues after this.
This is the old way. Let me show you a new and a better way. EduPack.
EduPack?
Yes, EduPack. A GS-approved and supported initiative for all first-year students going to SHS by Prospectus Ghana Limited. Now you don't need to go to the market. All your trunks, mattresses, pillows, including plastic chalkboards, are all waiting for your child at the school. Note, all our wooden chalkboards are being changed to plastic ones to avoid bedbugs.
You can also register by dialing *713 *821# following the prompts, or you can visit www.edupackgh.com and tap register. You can also register at any ADB branch near you at a very affordable price. EduPack, approved and supported by GES.
Verna is clean, fresh and safe. I'm holding my Verna bottle. No plastic seal, no worries. Open and hear the sound like click. That sound means it's fresh, no trick. No plastic seal, but it's still pure. Cool and clean, you can be sure. Verna leads the brighter way. What takes my doubt away? If it clicks, it's Verna. If it clicks, it's clean. Sip it, feel the difference. Verna water, pure and green. Click, open, sip. Click, open, sip. Chalet Verna. No stress, just sip. Stress, just sip.
This advert is FDA approved.
Hello, my name is Pamela from Customer Service. Please revalidate your account by texting your Ghana card number to 0500,000 247.
Hey,
Abili, wabedim.
Madam, give me the numbers behind the ATM card. I'm calling from the head office.
An email was delivered across to our customers this morning.
Confirm if this is your bank account. 100-100-100.
Thanks for sending your bank card details.
Send the OTP now to avoid cancellation.
EcoBank will never call, email, send an SMS asking for your PIN, OTP, bank card, or Ghana card details.
Don't get played. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Hello, please, I'm calling from Customer Experience Center.
Numerous cases of people falling asleep have been reported across the African continent. No one can explain this phenomenon.
With 24/7 FIFA World Cup coverage, sleep can wait. Everything can wait.
Catch all 104 matches from as little as 58 Ghana cedis only on DSTV.
Opebia. Junior Bento is a young man who runs his father's company. Very successful. Just so you know.
Yes.
Just yes.
Yes, as a question. The young man runs his father's company. So
must everything be spelled out too? Opebia, opportunity comes but once.
Mr. Bento Jr., with my lovely family. My wife, Mrs. Lanson, my children, Opebia and Kobe.
We're very pleased to meet you, Mr. Bento. You're very welcome.
Pleasure is all mine. Thank you very much.
Please have a seat.
Sir, can I help you with your suitcase? Oh, that's fine. That's fine. I think I'll hold on to it and review the benefiting content later during our meeting.
I can't wait to see the benefiting content of that briefcase.
It has all the fishes you can ever think of.
Oh, I can't wait to swim with all the fish in there to the deepest side of the ocean where there is abundance.
The Blankzins airs every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. and is sponsored by Out Insecticide, Nasco Electronics, Lizzie Shito, Everpack, and Lily Rice on Channel 1 TV.
The vibe is too much.
Hello everyone, it is still Breakfast Daily right here on Channel 1 TV, and as you all know, Nana Tufo-Boateng started the show with his panelists as they went through some topics that are shaping the nation politically. My name is Chris Carter, and of course, you know, I do not do this alone, so it's time for me to invite the gentleman that is going to be sitting with me, Mr. Wahab.
Hello.
Hi, Wahab.
Chris Carter.
I have to introduce you, especially because you are in Fugu.
You know, I'm Fugu. There's a hand-woven northern Fugu from Daboya. Yes. Shout outs to Alaji Mohamed Banna. He got this for me over the weekend.
All right, that's nice. That's nice.
Actually, got yours as well.
Thank you, Wahab. Thank you, Wahab. So how's everything?
It's well. Yesterday I went to bed all excited, woke up this morning feeling that bossy because finally that argument, long-standing argument.
And what argument is that?
Who truly the GOAT is the GOAT has been settled.
Okay, we might know who the GOAT is, but this time around,
oh no, it's been settled.
There was a bit of, but anyway, we'll talk about it later in the trends. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to remind you that the show is going to be very exciting because we have so many things coming up your way. We will be delving into some trends, and later on, we are going to be looking at our communities, and then we also have the weather forecast. I think that is what we're going to be starting with. So let's check out the weather forecast of the day, and this is by the Ghana Meteorological Agency. All right, so early this morning, there are going to be chances of isolated slight rains for the coast and forest belt, while portions of the transition belt experiences isolated thunderstorms or rains. Meanwhile, mist and fog patches are expected to reduce visibility range during this period. As the day progresses, brief spells of sunshine are anticipated to prevail for most places in the country, for the likelihood of thunderstorms and rain of varying intensities occurring over parts of the coast, middle, transition, and also the northern sectors. All right, so there you have it. That's the weather forecast from the Ghana Meteorological Agency, and I hope that you are taking heed to all the information that they are giving to us. And these days, once in a while, I think the Minister of Interior also sends us message on what the forecast is supposed to look like. So apart from that, I also want to remind each and every one of you, it's very important for you to follow them on social media and follow them on their WhatsApp channel, where they also drop all these tidbits on what the weather is. And also, ladies and gentlemen, if you do not know, I think you should by now have a weather app on your phone. A weather app on your phone sometimes actually saves you from all the problems that we've been experiencing some of these days. But let's go straight into our reminders. Wahab, can you do us the honors by starting?
Yes, so the Northern Business Fair is coming up. The second edition is coming up from the 25th and 26th of July. 2026 at Jubilee Park, Tamale. So during the fair, businesses, there will be opportunity to be, if you want to, there's an opportunity for you to be part of the biggest business and trade showcase at the Northern Business Fair 2026. So all businesses, entrepreneurs, SMEs, investors, innovators across the 5 northern regions and even beyond. So from Savannah region to Northern region itself, Upper East, Upper West, Northeast, all of them and even beyond will be there. And this is the icing on the cake. There will be industry leaders there. There will be innovators there who will come together to connect, to exhibit, to network and unlock the business opportunities that is up north. So whether you're looking to grow your brand, to discover new product or build valuable partnership, the Northern Business Fair 2026 edition is where you should be from 25th and 26th of July. So it starts every day. It will be from 10 a.m., 9 a.m. to 6 a.m. daily. You have to be there, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. daily at Jubilee Park, Tamale. Now, for more enquiries or registration, you should contact us on 0205 973 973. 0205 973 973. I want to say a big thank you to EcoBank, the National Petroleum Authority, NPA, and GEPA for holding us down. Chris, what do you have again?
All right, so the Literacy Challenge is back, and obviously this is a very exciting one for all children or all students around the pre-secondary level. And why it's exciting is that basically reading unlocks knowledge, but critical thinking unlocks the future. And this is what the Literacy Challenge 2026 is bringing back to us. It's giving Ghana's brightest pre-secondary school students the opportunity to showcase their reading, writing, creativity, and also problem-solving skills, which we like to call critical thinking skills. So this year's challenge goes beyond the classroom. We're going to be asking young learners to explore how artificial intelligence can transform education while ensuring no child is left behind. And also, you'll definitely, if you are following us, you definitely know that there's always an instruction to follow, especially when it comes to the entry level. So the topic for the entry level is obviously essay topic. So let's listen carefully. In less than 600 words, write a letter to the Minister of Education. As a young consultant discussing the advantages and disadvantages of the use of artificial intelligence, known as AI, in education. So advice on how Ghana can effectively integrate AI into basic schools to improve teaching and learning while ensuring that students in rural and undeserved communities are not left behind. So the ages that are supposed to be writing this, or anyone eligible to be writing this, is actually from ages 11 to 15 only, ages 11 to 15 only. And remember, there are guidelines to these essays. The essays must be handwritten by participants, and also add your full contact details. This must be endorsed by a parent, a guardian, or a teacher, and must be posted to the Literacy Challenge, P.O. Box GP 14123, Accra Central. Let me say that again, the Literacy Challenge, P.O. Box GP 14123, and Accra Central. Or it can be delivered, if you cannot send it via mailbox, it can be delivered to the Channel 1 TV premises here in Tesano, Accra. Channel 1 TV premises at Tesano, Accra. And for more details, all you need to do is call the number 0205 973 973. And all right, so that is what we have for the, literacy challenge. Yeah, next one.
Yeah, so let's do some drama now, because the episode 12 of the Blank Sense TV series over here at Channel 1 Television is coming up, and this is the twist. That's why you're not supposed to miss this particular episode, and more coming up again. So the Blank Sense household goes into overdrive, preparing for an important guest. The son of a powerful CEO, Mr. Blankson, hopes to impress a big contract. From frantic cleaning to over-seasoned cooking, everyone is on edge. So, but the guest finally arrives. He turns out not to be the CEO's son at all. I'm sure you're laughing already. Just a fish salesman named Kumsin, who booked his visit through the Mensa, the gate man. So the family showers him with VIP treatment, and only for them to realize being hosting the wrong man after he starts pitching frozen fish products. So he was humiliated, but rather wise. The Blansons laughed it off. Just in a time for real guests to finally arrive. Just imagine, so you are preparing, you've prepared to receive a guest, and someone come in, not the one you're expecting. You receive the person with all that warm reception, only later for the real guest to arrive. I'm sure you are laughing already. So this Thursday, this and every Thursday on Channel 1 Television at 7:30 p.m. Don't miss it. The Blansings airs on Channel 1 Television. It is our production here that we have brought to you to make your day. So, but if you missed it on Thursday, you can catch the repeat. We have the repeat on Fridays. We air it at 11:30 a.m. On Saturdays, you can catch the repeat at 7 p.m. On Sundays, of course, after church service, you can get it at 4:30 p.m. Tuesdays, you can get the repeat at 3 p.m. And a day before a new episode, you can watch it again to make way for the new episode. On Wednesdays, 5:30 p.m., you can catch it also. But let's say a big thank you to our sponsors, Lizzie Shutter, out in Certified Spray, NASCO, Electronics. We have Everpack and Lily Rice. Thank you very much to them.
All right, so let's head to community kick-off. So it's still football season, obviously, because of the World Cup. So join us every Tuesday at 5:30 p.m. for community kick-off, where we experience grassroots football here in Ghana. Obviously, the team will be heading to different communities and see how they explore football. And some of these communities are where some of our favorite stars popped up from. So you definitely do not want to miss any of this. It's every Tuesday at 5:30 p.m. on Community Kickoff right here on Channel 1 TV. Okay.
Chris, what's in the trends?
All right, so let's get straight into the trends. Excitingly, we have some, football news. We also have things happening in Ghana, and we also have sad things happening in Nigeria. But if you're wondering what the trends is all about, it's the hot topics that are actually making waves on social media that actually want to push you to be part of the thread of discussion. So we get it from Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or X, as Elon Musk says we should call it, and also Snapchat, TikTok, etc. So the first one we have here: national service personnel at DVLA allegedly stole 308,300 Ghana cedis. A national service personnel at the DVLA. So you were actually sent to the DVLA to do your national service, and the devil somehow tempted you. They always call it the devil. You understand? But sometimes you are your own devil. You are your own devil. So he actually stole 308,300 Ghana cedis through unauthorized mobile money transactions. His name is Ebenezer Garthe, and he has pleaded not guilty to a charge of stealing. When he appeared before the Accra Circuit Court, the court admitted Garthe to bail in the sum of 100,000 in three sureties resident within the court's jurisdiction. According to the prosecution, on May 22, 2026, the complainant detected an unauthorized withdrawal of 3,000 Ghana cedis from her MTN merchant account after checking her balance. The prosecution said she subsequently obtained transaction records from MTN, which allegedly identified Garthe as the recipient of the transfer. Further examination of transactions covering the period from March 31 to May 20th, 2026 allegedly revealed that a total of 308,300 Ghana cedis had been transferred from the complainant's merchant account to Garthe's mobile money account. During investigations, the prosecution said Garthe told the police that he was not on salary, so he used the stolen money to pay his wow. This is a very interesting one, but let's check out some of the comments and then we come back to have a chit chat about this.
Right, Cephas, he says for paying his sibling school fees with stolen money is reasonable. He didn't waste the money at least. How? With someone else's money? No. You can't justify this with he paying his siblings' school fees. Eric says, how did he manage to come into contact with 308,000 Ghana cedis? The system lose like that? NSS personnel? Right, some questions there. William Merriam says, give the youth the opportunity to work. The youth this, with some laughing emojis there. The 715, the rich my guy, and that's Fifi, with that one. Eugene says, these are some of the things that discourage some folks to invest locally. A national service personnel mpuni. Right, Incel, he says, how does a national service personnel have access to company account? Does that he can withdraw money without them noticing? The last comment on that. So a big question, asking how a national service personnel can access a state company like DVLA's account without them noticing. I'm wondering, because from the report, it says the first saw it on May 22, right? A 3,000 Ghana cedis transferred to an authorized number. And what was the initial reaction?
No, but I think she said that is what led her to MTN.
Pursue this?
Yes, so it led her to MTN, and MTN actually printed out her transaction details and realized that most of the monies has been going to this guy's account. And from what it looks like it's going to his personal account. So I don't know why he said.
First of all, how did he get access to the account? So that's a big question we need to ask.
And it's also very tricky because one minute he says that he's not guilty, another minute he says he's not paid. That is why he's paying himself, and so on. And
that never justifies.
With the MTN transactions, you can see where the money is going to. So it's going to his own personal account. Anyway, good luck to him though, but stealing is not justified, even if you're going to use it for a sick person. At least the best thing you should have done is ask. And that's it. So yeah, let's head over to the second one. The second one is actually very squishy squashy. I call it squishy squashy because it's been a back and forth between Kylian Mbappe and then the Paraguayan senator, and that is Madame Celeste Amarilla. And obviously this stemmed from the match between France and Paraguay during the World Cup, where she actually made some tweets while the match was going on, and she called him certain names. So I'm going to go through the tweets that she actually made that caused the uproar. Colonized Cameroonian, pretending hard to be French, resentful, newly rich, arrogant, and ugly. He was nervous and scared to death the whole match, like his entire team did. They couldn't even score a goal. They won by a fluke. The only thing many of us demanded of Albiroja, that's the Paraguayan, is not to have slapped him open-handed after the match ended, and that's despite not being a soccer fan. Apart from that, she also made other comments like calling him monkey, saying that he drank water from the coconut, and made other derogatory terms. And obviously these derogatory terms, if you look at it very well, are all racial slurs, because he's a black man and called him colonized. That means you also means that he's a slave. And yeah, so
these comments by the senator were unnecessary.
Yeah, very, very
because
unnecessary.
This is a tournament that is meant to bring all of us together. And if a match didn't go well in your favor, or you come out to be saying this about, he has a right, of course, if he's a Cameroonian and he's playing for France, it's just his decision.
I mean, he's actually born in France to a Cameroonian father. So that means he is still French.
French.
Yeah.
So these comments by the senator were unnecessary. It's a decision and he took it. So I don't see where all these things stem from. And he was right with his rebuttal.
So yeah, his rebuttal, he actually called her a despicable human being, not fit to be in office, and also not worthy of her position. And also made a comment that football is a place that brings people together, but obviously she has taken away the beauty of the sport and pinned light to things that do not matter, and especially pointing issues on racism. So after he actually replied her, she came back again and came to write a whole long essay. I would call it an essay because it was so long. I read all that yesterday.
Unnecessary essay,
yes,
I would term it.
Unnecessary essay, yeah. And she wrote it in French and also in Paraguayan. So basically, she wrote it in French to let him know that, I schooled in French in France too. So, and she said she speaks better French than him.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, so she speaks like the Parisian French. And I don't think she realizes that this guy is actually French, that he's born in France. I don't think she realizes that.
I don't think so as well.
Yeah, so
she wouldn't have gone to...
Yeah, she made all that comment and now pulled the gender card by saying that this is violence against women, that his reply is violence against women and all that. That he's going to pay for it, except that he comes out and apologizes to her. And now everybody's asking the question, like, is this some sort of delusion? Because you started this problem.
Is his apology going to come after hers?
Do you understand? Because you started this issue. No, you called him names.
It doesn't add up. Is his apology that she is demanding going to come after she has also come out publicly to apologize to him for humiliating him? No.
Yeah. So even yesterday evening, which is I think the morning or something, I actually saw her making another statement with the press, still on the same issue. This time she's not even tweeting again, on the same issue, saying that she is going to take him on, that he should better get a lawyer. And she said France says they want to sue her, but she would like to remind them that she never said anything against France, but everything she said was against Kylian Mbappe. But yeah, there's been a back and forth, but the good thing is that the UN has also stepped in.
Right.
The UN also came to stand with Kylian Mbappe, and also reiterating that there is no racism in sports, or sports should have no place, you know, that
for such
you know,
acts, yeah.
for such racist slurs and derogatory words to go on. In sports, everyone is equal, and there should be no issue of racism. But then again, it generated a lot of conversations. Let's check out some of the topics, and then we come back to continue. Gender-based violence. Does she know the true meaning of it? Absolutely shameful and disgusting behavior. Go Mbappe, we love you. And this is from Sharia L. Antoinette says Mbappe's actions were wrong. Her initial reaction was wrong. How did we get to gender-based violence? From where to where? I don't think Mbappe's actions were wrong. Actually, he said what he said.
He met her on the same spot.
Yes,
she came from.
And he didn't use derogatory words on her.
True. No.
You understand? He had to let her know that you have said something like this, and for somebody in your position, a senator is supposed to be bringing people together. You understand?
Separating people with
But I think what made her more angry is that, okay, this is the one that maybe he was off a bit. he took a shot on the whole country, saying that he's still looking for Paraguay on the map. And honestly, I went to the map. I looked for Paraguay.
Violence.
We are looking for it. Anyway, let's continue.
Because so maybe you can also go search for Paraguay on the map as well.
So this one is Asiwaju Larry is saying, if the Paraguay government doesn't do anything about the disappointing statement from that woman, then FIFA must sanction the country and make sure they never participate in any sports competition ever again. Racism has no place in football. Kylian's lawyer is saying, being in a country so bad their government files a complaint is the hardest start of this World Cup. Yeah, they actually filed a complaint against Mbappe. And France also said, okay, we're standing with Mbappe, so let's do it country to country. Yeah.
And now it's time to Senator versus Mbappe. Let's see how that goes.
So Brooke Boku says, no way, she's playing the gender card after being blatantly racist. Oh my days. How can you say all this, get a reaction, and demand an apology without offering one yourself? This is exactly what you're talking about. So this is a CFC stand account. And yeah, that is the senator, the Paraguayan senator, that is demanding an apology and wants to sue our Kylian Mbappe after she made derogatory and racist comments on him. But you know, this World Cup has actually revealed a lot. It has revealed a lot, because if you watch the match between even France and Paraguay, the one that led to this back and forth, you can see that the Paraguayans actually had plans for Mbappe. They tried to make him angry in different ways. They pushed him, they jilted him, they said things to him.
But he was very resolute.
But he was just, you know, he was still being that person that, the bigger person. He controlled himself, he didn't let them get to him.
He knew why he went there.
So there was a time that the referee when they blew the final whistle, the goalkeeper actually threw a ball on him and he didn't react. So later on, they asked one of them, I think it was the goalkeeper or the captain, one of them that had the back and forth with him. It said, so why did you do it? Because we saw you do it. You know what he said? He said, because he didn't get a reaction from him, so he was angry, and then that's why he...
So provoking him further.
Yeah, so he wanted a reaction, and Kylian did not give him that reaction. So that's what I feel like it's going... It's trickling down to the whole country, this whole senator and whatever. But still on racism also, with the match yesterday, that is Egypt and Argentina, there's been a couple of talks on issues of racism. And if you watch the match, you will see the Egyptian, after the third goal, you will see the Egyptian coach giving the X sign. And the X sign in football, especially on FIFA, has to do with no racism. It meant no racism. He felt like the referee was being unfair to them, and was just being biased towards Argentina, and that they should have even given them the chance to check the VAR, but they did not check the VAR. So he felt like it was a racist call for not listening to them. So it has exposed a lot.
A lot of things, yeah.
It has really exposed a lot. We've seen power play, we've seen racism, we've seen leaders act in ways they are not supposed to act. And
using their position to intimidate people, influence processes, and all that.
Interesting times. But anyway, good luck to everyone that is still yet to play, and also to Argentina.
But at this point, Carter, Grace, who are you rooting for at this point?
Norway or France?
France?
Norway or France? I've always said it. Norway.
Right.
Norway or France?
Yeah. Although I'm not happy with what happened, what transpired with the game between Egypt and Argentina. But of course, Argentina because
because of your goat. But for me, it's Norway or France, because Norway has put such a great game, you know, coming this far, and of course because of Haaland, yes, and because we are row. We are all, you know, so the Vikings. So it's between Norway and France for me. One of them should take it. France because
the goats will take it. Just you know, his retirement package.
France because we have a lot of blacks in it. I call that an African team. I know.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's
so
true.
France because we have a lot of blacks in it, and yeah, because I speak French too, so why not?
you identify what.
I actually want them to win.
I see.
Yeah. So the last one is actually a rather sad one. A 23-year-old Nigerian medical student died following a Russia airstrike in Ukraine, and this has been making waves all around social media. Nani Adobe Marian has sadly passed away after sustaining critical injuries in a Russian airstrike in Kharkiv, Ukraine, just days before she was due to graduate. Yeah, because a lot of people are graduating this period. And this is a very sad one because, I mean, she's done with school and is graduating to become a doctor.
Very unfortunate after going through all this toil.
And listen to the sad part. According to people or reports, Adobe was actually on her way to go take pictures for her graduation. So her graduation photo shoot with a friend, when the attack occurred, her friend died at the scene while Adobe was rushed to a hospital in Ukraine before being transferred to Germany for specialized treatment. Despite all the efforts of medical professionals, she later succumbed to the injuries. Her university remembered her as a brilliant, hardworking, and compassionate student whose passion for helping others left a lasting impression on everyone who knew her. May her soul rest in perfect peace.
Amen, amen, amen. And there we're praying for the family and loved ones as well, so that the comfort of God, you know, locates them. I'm imagining how troubling this would be for them. You are there, your word has completed, on her way to for photo shoot. That's very hard.
Yeah, that's very hard. And you know how long medical school can take. So imagine all these years all thrown into
reading those huge volumes of books,
oh my God,
series of practicals, and all that.
And you know the family also being happy that we're about to have a doctor in our house.
That's bragging rights and prestige the profession comes with.
Well, may her soul rest in peace. We have some comments on this. Let's check out the comments. So Afro Kaizen is saying Ukraine is a war zone. Unless you're a citizen that can't leave, no one else should be there. Rest in peace. Well, Nikia Hot Makeup Concept is saying so heartbreaking. May her soul rest in peace. Jill Ho is saying, no, Jay Hilo is saying, so pretty and young. Rest in peace, Adobe. I pray for comfort for your family. May death not meet us where we are trying to make our lives better. This is so sad, yeah. Susie Omokaro. So foreigners are still living in Ukraine. God have mercy. Heartbreak, heartbreak. Onyinye Joy 30. May God not allow us leave home to feed home. Come back later home as corpse. So wow, this is.
Amen. That was very emotional.
Wow. So yeah, this is what we have as trends for today. And remember, if you have any trend, you can actually reach out to us the morning before we go on air. Send it to our WhatsApp number, and then we can actually put it together and check it out. If it's really trending, we get to talk about it, because some of these trends are actually news on the side. So why not? We get to talk about it. Let's take a quick break, and when we come back, we will definitely be getting into our communities and see what's happening.
What if your ideas could shape the future of education in Ghana? If you were a brilliant pre-secondary student aged 11 to 15, this is your moment to shine. Welcome to the Literacy Challenge 2026, the national literacy competition that celebrates young thinkers, great writers, and future leaders. This year's challenge is all about artificial intelligence and education. The topic: in not less than 600 words, write a letter to the Minister of Education as a youth consultant discussing the advantages and disadvantages of the use of artificial intelligence (AI) in education. Advise on how Ghana can effectively integrate AI into basic schools to improve teaching and learning while ensuring that students in rural and underserved communities are not left out. Remember, your essay must be in your own handwriting, must be endorsed by a parent, guardian, or teacher, and include your full contact details. Submit your entry by Monday, 20th July 2026 at the front desk of Channel 1 TV or PO Box GP 14123, Accra Central. Stand the chance to win 10,000 Ghana cedis cash, a laptop, and earn the title of Ghana's most outstanding all-round pre-secondary student. For more information, call 0205 973 973. The Literacy Challenge 2026 is powered by City FM with support from Channel 1 TV, and it's proudly sponsored by Prospectus Ghana Limited, SIC Insurance, and Advocate Publishing.
Get ready this July to step into a world where culture meets commerce, ideas turn into opportunities, and Made in Ghana takes the spotlight like never before. Welcome to the Northern Business Fair 2026. For 2 powerful days, the Jubilee Park will transform into a buzzing hub of creativity, innovation, and enterprise from the Savannah, Northern, Northeast, Upper East, and Upper West regions. From beautifully crafted products, innovative packaging, fast-growing local brands, and indigenous corporate bodies, every stand will tell a story of passion, resilience, and growth. This is not just a fair, it's a full experience. It's a place to discover, a place to connect, a place to grow. This is your chance to engage with Ghana's most exciting SMEs, startups, and homegrown brands all in one vibrant space. Dates: Saturday 25th and Sunday 26th July 2026. Venue: Jubilee Park, Tamale. Time: 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. daily. Are you ready to showcase your business to the nation and beyond? Call 0205 973 973 now and secure your spot. Don't sit on the sidelines. Be part of the energy. Be part of the story. The Northern Business Fair 2026 is powered by Channel 1 TV with support from City FM, and it's proudly sponsored by EcoBank, the National Petroleum Authority, and the Ghana Export Promotion Authority.
Thank you very much for staying with us. This is Breakfast Daily on Channel 1 Television. Today on Community Focus, we are shining the spotlight on the Ketu South municipality in the Volta region because more than 4,000 people have been displaced by the torrential rainfall and flooding on June 29. As we're speaking, about 2,000 households have been affected, with homes submerged, businesses brought to a standstill, and of course property destroyed, and major water sources also contaminated, and that is very concerning. Our Volta regional correspondent Desmond Salasi have brought us this report. Let's look at it. When we come back, we will delve into the issue.
Recent heavy rains have left a trail of destruction across communities in the Ketu South municipality, inundating homes, destroying property and displacing thousands of residents. More than 2,000 households have been affected, leaving many families without food, clean water and safe shelter as several communities remain inaccessible. The flooding has also heightened fears of waterborne diseases after contaminated floodwaters engulf drinking water sources. In some communities, children have been seen swimming in stagnant water mixed with refuse, increasing the risk of infection. Affected residents who spoke to Channel 1 News described the situation as devastating, saying they have lost their belongings and have nowhere to rebuild their lives.
Ça que mi va faire esim tona terofio va faire comme da message va le tuho le fia ena fia esile que les ingles be si alo a ho me be si fie ko bana oba hararo fie ena fia esia ele don fonami.
They appeal to governments, humanitarian organizations and the public for food, clothing, bedding and other relief items.
Después de que muro que esalato le de kukuna mega ne jakwa ne va de monami esale dole mi agbo esale mpodo na mi wu evino nyanga o papa o le won ya fi ko ja yo problem que le mi ase ya wa de kuku ga mi le de kuku ejukwa ne va de monami.
The Ketu South Municipal Director of the National Disaster Management Organization, NADMO, Ferguson Aholu, said assessment teams have been deployed and relief efforts are underway. He said more than 4,000 people have so far been affected, with the number expected to increase as assessments continue.
As you can see, the situation is worse. You see people are packing their bags from their various houses. So we are having a disturbing situation in Gakli. Municipality in general, we should be estimating like 3,000 plus. So far, we are gathering the numbers. We are working on their numbers. We are taking people's names. Those who have been affected, we are taking their names, but we are planning for a solution for them. Yesterday, myself, the MC and the engineer, we move around to assess the situation. So probably we are thinking of probably dredging some of the places or creating a drainage to the water to flow to the main lagoon.
So that is a report filed by our Volta regional correspondent Desmond Salasi of a very worrying and heartbreaking more than a week after that torrential rain and flooding. And up to now, this is the situation that the people of Ketu South municipality are faced with. Very, very troubling. Chris?
It's actually a very sad one. It's actually a very, very sad one because you can actually hear the pain from their voice. And I think because I even understand what they're saying, you can see that, look, these people have actually lost a lot. Because from the first person we spoke to, that's the lady, she said everything is spoiled. Everything basically is damaged. And also another thing that she mentions was that the walls have started breaking too.
The walls of the
walls of the buildings have started breaking too, just because of the flood. And speaking to the second man, he said that they are begging the government to actually come to their aid and find a way for the water to leave, because the water is still hanging. There is no place for the water to recede. And he said this has also been because a lot of people have also, built on waterways. So there's no place for the water to actually recede to. So the ground is wet, and there's also no direction for the water to flow out of. So now it's like they are hanging, or they basically live on the water.
Because honestly, you see what
so it's like a modern day Nzulezu. If you ask me, I know it's not a laughing matter. Do you understand? So it's like it's because this is something they did not expect. In Nzulezu, they are used to it.
After almost 10 days,
you understand? But this is something they did not expect.
Still, the water is sitting with them there.
And geographically, because the ground is wet
already,
it has nowhere
exactly more of this rainwater.
So there's nowhere for the water to go to, and there's also no way for it to flow.
Because
so that is why it's stagnant and
waterways.
Yeah,
that comes back to that conversation. See, with this the volume of rains we are receiving, not all of them. Already we have challenge with our drainage system. And if we end up, building on the waterways, the wetlands that are supposed to absorb some of these water, so that the remaining runoff that these rains come with, are able to pass through the drains to the sea, it then becomes a challenge.
Yeah.
Like you mentioned earlier, it is a water area, waterlogged area. So already there's a significant amount of water sitting in the ground.
Yeah.
So this becomes a challenge.
Yeah.
But let's speak to the man who brought us this report, Desmond Salasi Avo, our Volta regional correspondent. Good morning, Desmond.
Good morning, Nahal.
I hope you're doing well.
Yes.
All right. Tell us, paint the picture for us. What is the current situation in Ketu South municipality?
All right, thank you, Wahab. So Ketu South starts somewhere from the Agbozume enclave all through to Aflau, and these places are all waterlogged area, or they are surrounded by water bodies.
Yeah. From
Agbozume all the way to Aflau, you find lagoons along that stretch. So anytime it rains, these lagoons overflow their banks and enter into the community. Another issue is also that because of the water bodies around, the waters the rain that falls doesn't get a place to move through, because at the end of the day it will still end up entering into the lagoon and it will overflow. So the issue of drainage systems in this municipality is one of the challenges the municipality is facing in terms of the flooding we are seeing.
Right.
Now, when we go to Aflau itself, where I found this report from, this area is known as Gakli or Dar el Salem, and it's a settlers community. Residents told me that when the first settlers came, buildings were not much in that area, but after some time, people or many settlers came to that community, leading to them building along waterways. Even the waterways are where the waters are supposed to come at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But still they are still building on the waterway. So in the videos you can see how almost about 150 houses have been affected by this flood incident. Yesterday I was speaking to some of the residents. They told me the situation is still the same and it's still raining, so it's still adding to what has been there since last week Monday. And one unfortunate incident also is that the water is becoming very milky, as you put it that way. The color has changed significantly from what we saw earlier to a very brownish color, and the fear of waterborne diseases is something they are scared will be prevalent in some few days if no action is taken to drain the water away from this area. And when I went to the community as well, you could see children walking in the water, playing in the water, while the elderly ones were salvaging their properties from their homes. I can tell you that many homes have been flooded. there's water in almost all the homes from one part to another, and it stretches for about a kilometer or so. So you can just imagine the magnitude of the flood in that area. Not only in this community. Earlier I spoke about Agbosume, from Agbosume all through to Kliko. Many of these areas too have been flooded, taken over by the flood in Ketu South Municipality.
All right, so Desmond, what are the authorities doing about this situation right now, especially when it comes to human lives? What are they doing about it to help the people out there?
So I moved around with the NADMO director, Ferguson Aholu, who told me they are beginning to put in some measures to create some channels for the water to run through, so most homes can be the floodwaters will recede. But as we speak now, I believe they are doing their underground works before that to begin. Since yesterday I was talking to some of the residents, they told me nothing has been done as at yesterday. But I believe in the coming days, or even when we speak to them, they will be the right people to give us the appropriate answers to this. But what the NADMO official told me is that they are putting in measures to create some canals to ensure that the water flows through. Also, they have put in some assessment measures in knowing the total number of people affected in this area to be able to distribute some relief items to them. On Monday, I was speaking to the MC for the municipality, who Nicholas Waklashi, who told me that some relief items were in as at Monday, and they are preparing to distribute them to the affected persons in the municipality. So I believe that is also going on as we talk now, and other measures will also be taken. But residents are also equally asking the general public, benevolent people, to also come to their aid with some, especially foodstuffs and a place of sleep, or what to sleep on, mattresses and what have you. So in general, that's what the community is also asking for.
All right, so Desmond, we're going to keep you on the line, but we have the NADMO director of Ketu South, the one that you just spoke about, on the line. So please, if you can hold on for us, let's get to talk to Mr. Ferguson Aholu, and then we'll come back to you. All right, hello, Mr. Ferguson Aholu.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
I am doing well, madam.
All right, you're welcome to the show.
Thank you.
All right, so clearly we saw the damage that was done in the area, and obviously there are over 2,000 households affected and more than 4,000 people displaced. What is the NADMO doing for all these people, especially the people displaced? Is there a place that is set up for them to actually lay their heads on or stay for a while this is getting sorted out?
Thank you so much. We are doing our best. Yesterday, I haven't had a meeting with the management, including health officials, and I gave them detail about what is going on. For now, the relief item, we are waiting for the government to release it. But what we are doing currently is that we approach some of the individuals who have been helping us. So we went there 3-4 days ago, and we gave the victims some relief items in Juta and other parts of the Ketu South too. Their case is peculiar. You know, we have some communities along the border, which are with Togo.
Yeah.
So anytime there's rain, normally the spillage from Togo down affects a lot of the communities along the border.
Right.
We have Demadikopa, Gakli, Juta, and then Agbawema. So Juta area is a peculiar problem. You see, there's no drainage for the water to flow to the lagoon. So I even took our engineer there, the MC and the engineer there. So we are even planning how to solve their issue once and for all. So we are on it.
Talking about relief items, what are some of the relief items that you are providing the residents with?
one individual named Togwit Tenovi II. He supported the victims. He gave them rice, oil, mattresses, and then spaghetti and a lot of items. So we distributed it to them at the Copper, Gakli, Juta, and Agbawema. And then we distributed them to Agbozuma area too. So we are still lobbying from private individuals, waiting from the government to release their own to us.
Right. So with the mattresses that you are giving them, where are they going to lay the mattress on to sleep?
You know, in Ketu South, we have families.
Right.
So as for NADMO department, we made safe havens for them. But when we approach them, they say, oh, they want to stay with their family.
Right.
They don't want to stay where we go for them. So Ketu South, we are one family. Somebody can move to another person and has spent his days there. So, but as for the safe havens, it's there for any day, anytime we are engaging them. If they are ready, we will send them to where we go for them. But for now, they are staying with their families.
Okay, so is this the first time something like this is happening in Ketu South?
No, it has been happening, but this time the third one is worse.
Okay.
Well, we understand the flood has contaminated major water sources, and we know what contaminated water at the end of the day brings, cholera, typhoid, and all other kind of diseases. Are there any measures to ensure that, yes, they are safe, although the situation is what it is currently?
Yes, as I said, I had a meeting with the health officials and then the environmental officials yesterday. So we presented to them the situation at Gakli. So as I said, probably today and tomorrow, we'll be going there to do a lot of educations. So when you go there to see children swimming in the water, so we advise them that they should stop. You need to go and then engage them. So yesterday I had a meeting with the health officials, the environmental officers. So tomorrow probably we'll be going to do more of education and monitor the situation.
Right. What about lives? Have there been any reports that anyone lost their life in this situation?
No life was lost.
Okay.
No life was lost.
Right. So what we are seeing on the screen, are you telling us that this is what is still there as at this moment, as at today that we are talking to you?
You see, the water is stagnant there. It doesn't have
it's
any
just stagnant.
Any way to move.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the sun is not shining.
Yes, so it's still there. Even yesterday I was there, it's still there.
Mr. Olu, did NADMO in the area anticipated this coming with all the warnings from the meteorological agency and all that? Although you have mentioned earlier that the place do flood like this whenever it's rain, did you anticipate this?
We anticipated it because we have flood-prone areas in our conscience. So anytime it rains, we normally go there to check on the level of the rain. So earlier on, we keep on planning. Even at times, we go to the community, do some sort of education so that they should be ready. Because if you want to find a lasting solution to that problem, you need to create a drainage for the water to find its way to the lagoon. So we are working on it.
And can you give us an estimated time of when you think all this will be sorted out?
No, for now, I can't get the involved.
Right. And obviously we are in July, and the Ghana Meteorological Agency has said that there is going to be more rains, or we should expect more rains in the coming days. Now that this place is like this, and obviously we are preparing for more rains, what advice are you going to give to the people, and how is this also going to affect you with the little work that you are already doing?
So as I said, we keep educating the community. Even the information department in this assembly, even this morning I met them. We start planning to go there and then give a lot of education. Earlier on said we have families around. So we advise them that they can even stay with their families while we wait for this period from this went up to August, September that way. So we keep on educating the general public what to do, what not to do in times like this.
Right. And lastly, the last question from my side, don't you think it's time to invest in shelters like maybe when situations like this happen? Because imagine these people didn't have families that you keep saying. Where would they have been? So don't you think it's time for the government or the country to invest in shelters? When situations like this happen, the people can be displaced easily and have a safe place to sleep.
Oh, it's a nice proposal. So we'll be thinking about it. So I've taken note of it. We even think about a lot of things. So giving them shed or preparing shed for them for any eventualities is a nice proposal for us to work on.
Right. So what is your immediate need now?
Immediate need now is to at least, when it happens like this, people need a relief item. Where we are working on the relief item, but the lasting solution is to create the drainage I spoke about. So probably this month I will be meeting our MP, the MC. I haven't given them a report. I'll be meeting them to find a lasting solution to this problem.
All right. We understand the buildings have started developing cracks and all that. What happens after the flood waters finally recede? Is NADMO going to conduct some structural integrity assessment of these buildings so that we don't, at the end of this whole thing, record any incident of building collapses and all that again?
Exactly. So I'll be working with our engineer department. So we'll go there with the engineer department for us to assess the impact it has so that we can begin to advise or work on it.
Right, right. But how is the situation? Are school medical facilities and all that, do they have some place that they go, especially with medical facilities in the area? Do you have some operating at this point?
We have one clinic there, but our main hospital is ready, and we'll be working with them. The next time we get any information, we can ask them to provide any support.
All right. Thank you very much for speaking to us. Mr. Ferguson Aholu is the NADMO director for Ketu South. He has been speaking to us, providing us updates on what NADMO in the area has been doing since the incident, the whole flood situation started in the area. So he's been telling us that the area is waterlogged there, and they also have problem with the drainage system there. People have also built on waterways and all that, which has made the floodwaters still stagnant, sitting in the area and unable to recede as at this point.
Right.
Desmond is still on the line.
So Desmond is still on the line, and let us keep talking to Desmond. Hi, Desmond.
Yeah, hello, Chris.
Hi. So Desmond, were you there yourself to experience this?
Yes, I was in the community last week Wednesday, and when I stepped into the water, it was a little closer to my waist level.
Wow!
So you could just imagine how younger children in these communities have to move through the water, how the staff are moving through this water, helping their parents to salvage some of the properties left in their rooms.
Right. So when you spoke to the people, do you have an idea of what they are going to do if the rain continues? Because clearly, if I look around me right now, it's hella cloudy. It's cloudy. It's hella cloudy outside, and I'm sure that side too, there's going to be more rains coming. So do you have an idea what they are going to do if more rains continue to fall?
All right, so since most of these people are settlers, many of them don't have places to go to during this period. But I understand some have decided to live with those whose homes have not been flooded. But for the rest, I can't really tell where many are sleeping. But I understand some schools have been made available to some of the affected to lay their heads down as relief items are being distributed to these affected communities.
Right. Wow, interesting times we are going to be looking at. But thank you so much, Desmond. Thank you so much for this report. I mean, it's very important for us to highlight this and let people know what is happening in the country. This has been very eye-opening, especially for the fact that we are here in Accra and we are going to be thinking that we are the only ones going through what is happening with the floods. But hey, this is what is happening at Ketu South.
Yeah. 7 regions actually. The flood, last Monday's incident affected 7 regions across the country, and that's one of the regions. You know, we all said yes, Volta is the oxygen city, has a lot of trees and all that. Yes, but they weren't excluded.
Yeah, you see, it has a lot of trees, no doubt, but it also has a lot of water bodies. If you've been to the Volta, you can see that there are a lot of water bodies. Even if you're driving to Aflao, you can see water bodies here, water bodies left and right. So even when you get into their communities, there's water bodies left and right. So I understand what's happening.
And with this area, I understand they are closer to the Togo border. So whenever they also spill, it comes through them and all that.
And what we are seeing here is that the ground or the soil has actually reached its maximum point. And
it's already saturated with water.
So in geography, I think that's saturation basically. So it has already reached its maximum point. And the brown water that obviously we are seeing, I think it's clay. There's a bit of clay in the ground, obviously, and that's what we are seeing right now. It's not going to be easy, but I just hope NADMO gets the necessary support that they need to help these people out there, because clearly there is no space for the water to run down to. So it's just going to be like this until the sun comes out and it dries up. And when this happens, when the sun comes and dries everything up, the floor is going to be very muddy for a while.
Yeah. The major concern is also about the cracking of the building. We are told the structures have now started developing cracks.
Of course they will develop cracks, because if the water doesn't find anywhere to sip into, especially to the ground, it's going to sip into the wall. Because it's looking for where to go to. Exactly. So it's definitely going to seep into the walls. But what we are seeing now, it feels like it's a movie, but this is real. This is Ghana. This is Ketu South. This is not what we experienced. That there's a place for the water to run through. There's no place for the water to run through. It's sad. But anyway, we hope the people in Ketu South get some help. And if you are a resident or someone from Ketu South and you are watching us right now, please, people in Ketu South are asking for help. If there's any way that you can help them, any little way, it will be really appreciated. And this could be you also sowing into the life of an individual or families. Remember that these people have children, there are women among them, there are disabled among them, there are aged people among them. So if there's any way that you can also send help to them, that will be appreciated. But I want to say a very big thank you to each and every one of you for staying tuned with us during this segment. That's our community segment. And if there's anything that you want us to know about your community, feel free to send it to us. We will come and check it out. This is why we do what we do, highlight the problems so that we can talk about it and find solutions to some of these problems that we face daily here in Ghana, especially in our respective communities. Let us check out the entertainment highlight of the day, and when we come back, the show continues.
Hello and welcome to Entertainment Highlights on Breakfast Daily, presented by Ni Committee Come and powered by GhanaWeekend.com. Now let's get into our first story. Actress and media personality Temi Otedola says she's comfortable being called a Nepo baby, arguing that acknowledging privilege does not diminish hard work or personal achievement. Now speaking on the How Far podcast with her husband Mr. Easy, Temi said privilege goes beyond having famous parents and includes growing up with access to education, financial stability and opportunities that many people never receive. As a daughter of a billionaire businessman Femi Otedola, she said it would be unfair to deny the advantages she was born into. Temi explained that family connections can help open doors in industries like entertainment, but stressed that making the most of those opportunities still requires dedication and effort. She added that more public figures should be honest about their privileged backgrounds instead of pretending they succeeded without any advantages. Her remarks have reignited conversations about privilege, nepotism, and merit in the entertainment industry. Now to our second highlight. Ghanaian musician Miss Bell has been seen in tears following the death of her sister, alleging that she died after being unable to get a hospital bed at Korle Bu Teaching Hospital. Now, in an emotional social media video, she claimed that persistent bed shortages at Ghana's largest referral hospital contributed to her sister's death, saying the issue has remained unresolved for decades. Despite repeated promises from authorities to fix the healthcare system, Ms. Bell questioned government leadership and expressed frustration over what she described as overcrowding and delays in emergency care, alleging that some patients are left without proper treatment due to lack of beds. She has called on authorities to urgently address infrastructure challenges at Korle Bu, while neither the hospital nor government officials have responded to her claims so far.
We cannot blame the nurses and the doctors. You blame your bino. We to be more frosty. There be a me too, Masum, and Pan Nicolabu, and to a Mampania back. It's a point now, move to say Pan Nicolabu, and Pan Nicolabu. Every day, your people will be here, and Pan Nicolabu. Nyambomadi otoba. Nyambomadi. Nasu songa ya watu watawaka. Baby ampabe fiama ni pata suma ya tuaba. Empabe fiaba. Debi yao bibe uwo Korle Bu. Empeni wontia. Iti da pain empabe ba Korle Bu. Da pain na pa ba Korle Bu da pain na empa bibe ba Korle Bu da pain.
Now to our third highlight. Afrobeat superstar Davido has advised young people chasing success to remain connected to God and avoid distractions that often come with fame. Speaking in an interview with Kiss Extra, the singer said, believing in oneself and constantly improving one's craft are key steps towards achieving dreams. Davido reflected on his own journey, revealing that he developed his music skills through learning from YouTube and studying those around him. The award-winning artist emphasized that hard work and passion are important, but he encouraged young people to keep God first, even after achieving success. According to Davido, fame brings many distractions that can make people forget the foundation behind their achievements.
Back, I'm like, I was crazy because I believed in myself so much, like I over-believed, and it turned out, good for me. The first thing is just believing in yourself. I worked on my craft so much. I loved music so much that I just wanted to get better every time. When I was young, whether it was YouTube videos, whether I was learning from people around me, like I wanted to learn so bad. Number 2, love what you do.
Yeah.
And 3, just keep God close, keep God first.
Period.
You know what I'm saying? Especially when you make it. There's so many distractions that can make you forget. This is the reason why I'm here.
I love that God is at the basis of it all. It's amazing to see.
And that will be all for entertainment highlights on Breakfast Daily, proudly brought to you by GhanaWeekend.com. Visit GhanaWeekend.com today. This was presented by Ni Komete Kome.
Kicking your year off in all her glory. With more, because we got you.
You get it?
You know that. We got kicks. We got scores. We got action. We got roars.
It's my specialty.
We got drama. We got fun.
We got more for everyone with an upgrade on us just for you. More channels, more shows, more reasons to stay.
We got you.
DSTV, we got you all the way.
Welcome to The Point of View. This is your favorite current affairs show here on Channel 1 Television. On The Point of View, we pick the right topics, get the right guests, and ask them relevant questions on issues that matter to you.
With the complexities of the issues happening around us on a daily basis, it's the hard-hitting conversations and the probing questions of The Point of View.
So what is the Public Account Committee's job?
So what we do is to scrutinize, clarify, and find out why certain infractions have been made.
What do these IMF programs try to do?
The current program is for budget support.
Okay.
There are no projects attached.
That teases apart the twisted entanglements of politics and governance, as well as religious and social discourse. The Point of View brings you the policymakers and duty bearers and drills down to the very bottom of issue.
What authority do you have?
The Point of View airs every Monday and Wednesday at 9 p.m. only on Channel 1 TV.
Numerous cases of people falling asleep have been reported across the African continent. No one can explain this phenomenon.
With 24/7 FIFA World Cup coverage, sleep can wait. Everything can wait.
Catch all 104 matches from as little as 98 Ghana cedis only on GoTV.
Thank you very much for staying with us. This is Breakfast Daily on Channel 1 Television. And yeah, earlier you saw the entertainment highlights. And yes, I agree. Temi Otadola couldn't have said it better about the role that family opportunities, families profile and all that plays in your life. But yes, you must be ready for that opportunity. She highlighted education and all that. That was excellent. A lot of people think, yes, this person is getting this because of the connection or because of the status of the family that the person comes from and all that. But the individual themselves sometimes also put in the work to deserve that. The family thing is there, will get you, will open the door. But if you as the individual do not have what it takes to enter, it becomes a little bit challenging for you to enter the door. I don't know whether you also have.
I actually agree with her in saying that being a Nepo baby does not totally erase the fact that they work hard too. And well, like you said, it all depends on the individual.
Yeah.
And I also like one thing that she said, if you're a Nepo baby, do not hide it. A lot of people tend to want to hide it and say, oh no, I did it all by myself. But the truth is that you could not do it all. Well, you don't have to care what people say about it. This is what I was born in. This is what I was born in. I'm sorry. I was even talking to my son the other day and I'm like, we're watching the football and I'm like, this person has a certain privilege. And then some people are also privileged because they're popular, and some people are also privileged because they're beautiful, because they are handsome. And especially we're talking about how this World Cup, the people watching are the ones that choose the player of the day. You understand?
Yeah.
So sometimes you're like, why is this person the player of the day? Do you understand?
Yeah.
So I just feel like because some people have that popularity thingy, maybe they might not have played well, but it's just that popularity thing going on for them, or their handsome face going on for them. So whatever privilege you have, just use the privilege rightly. Do you understand? Use those privilege rightly and also back it up with work. So basically that's what she's saying. And I like the fact that when you translate it to Davido, in everything that he does, he said he had to put God first, and also telling people to put God first.
And preparation, you heard him mention about he having to learn music from YouTube at the time, because one, he had the passion for it, and the passion and his family's affluence didn't limit him. It pushed him to learn So yes, if you are watching, you have passion for anything, no matter the background that you come from, you have to put in some work yourself.
And you have to be very, very teachable to be someone who can learn, because
And
a lot of people
as well.
are not teachable. That's the problem that we see these days. A lot of people are not teachable. They think they know everything, but if you are that person that thinks he or she knows everything, you can never learn anything. That's the truth.
Can't proceed.
And you will just be in one place or stagnant for a very long time without trying to move forward or without getting ahead. If you could have given your space, if you could have given your space the chance to learn. So people who learn and are curious are always the ones that are progressing always. Yeah, I think it's a good one, but unfortunately, like the sad one in that whole trend was the misspell issue. You know, this whole situation about no bed thingy is, I don't know, it's just heartbreaking. It's just heartbreaking. And for real, I also side with her when she said we should not blame the doctors and the nurses always, because sometimes they cannot do anything.
Yeah, it's beyond them. Maybe
sometimes it's beyond them.
Yeah.
Sometimes they cannot do anything. Sometimes it's the laws they have come to meet. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Some things are just beyond their control.
It regulates them, so they are unable to go out
of their way to do exactly. So I just, it's sad. May God comfort her family, especially during this time of loss in their family. Yeah.
But to the authorities as well, we always highlight about this issue. A lot of incidents, happen. Recently, we saw the Charles Emisa story from one hospital, not any other hospital, tertiary hospitals, from one hospital to the other. And authorities, let's put in some work. Increase the capacity. Of course, it's a tertiary hospital. We know about that, but let's increase the capacity. We have the health officials there. Most of them are even there without job. So what is the challenge? Let's get to the root of the matter and deal with it holistically. It's unfortunate. We're seeing all the time blaming one thing, to the loss of our loved ones. It's there, it's bound to happen, no matter thing. One day we'll pass on, but
right.
We wish her strength.
Yeah. We wish her strength. And another sad one that occurred yesterday, we should have added this in the trends, but I like the fact that we're just taking time now to talk about it, because this person has actually been in our studios before. We've highlighted her before. She's been on What's Cooking with Apioko, and if you are in the art fraternity, you would know exactly the person that I'm talking about. The art fraternity in Ghana has also lost a prominent person, and she was also a Guinness World Record artist. She passed away last night, and her name is Paddy Key. And yeah, we are all mourning on the loss of Paddy Key, but let me read this article right here on GhanaWeekend.com. Okay, let's head to it. Ghanaian Guinness World Record holding echo artist Sharon Dede Paddy, popularly known as Paddy Key, has reportedly died after a short illness. According to reports, the celebrated artist passed away in the early hours of Tuesday, July 7th. The exact cause of death has not yet been disclosed. Paddy Key was widely recognized for her innovative approach to art and environmental advocacy. She gained international acclaim after setting the Guinness World Record for the largest leaf print painting, cementing her place as one of Ghana's most accomplished visual artists. She also earned admiration for creating a live painting for His Majesty King Mswati III of the Kingdom of Eswatini, and a performance that showcased her talent on the international stage. Further details surrounding her death, including funeral arrangements, are expected to be announced by her family in the coming days. So may her soul rest in perfect peace.
Yeah.
And this is a great loss to the art fraternity in Ghana, because this lady has pushed art in so many ways, helped children, advocated that, there should be more focus on art in schools and also help discover students that are interested in this, because this is also a very good way to help the children in the country. I watched one of her old report yesterday from one of our sister stations. They posted it yesterday in a way to announce some of her achievement. And she was actually advocating for more arts in school, more art practices in school, and all that. And yeah,
she was so passionate about art. I remember during her Guinness World Record days, you know, at the time she attempted, a lot of people had tried. We had the Singathon, we had Cookathons and all that. So the passion and the interest with regards to support had gone down drastically, but she was so resolute. She was so passionate. Look at how she went about it for days, and at the end of the day, she was certified as you know, Guinness World Record for that. And she redefined art in a way with her advocacy, you know, to modernity, how people should embrace art. And all that. She's paid her dues. We wish
and she's performed in different platforms too. And like I said, she's not a visitor to this station. She has also been on the What's Cooking show with Apioko, and even Breakfast Daily. We've spoken to her when she won, or when she was announced as a Guinness World Record holder. Yeah, we spoke to her right here on the show. So may her soul rest in peace, and may the family be comforted through these hard times, and everyone affected also be comforted and strengthened by the Lord.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a sad one, but
very sad. Very sad.
I guess life happens. Now it's time for us to get into some reminders. Wahab, would you like to start with the community legend?
Yes, so our community legends are still being unveiled. As you know, we started with 100 of them, and as we're speaking, we have shortlisted and have 10 out of the 100, and we are telling their stories to the world. So every Wednesday at 7:30 p.m., Omar Sanda Amado and Akusia Otri sit with these legends in our communities who are doing marvelously well to tell their stories to the world. So Michael Kolite, Emanuela Mwakon, Awonu Ellen Wope, Daisy Mena, Entry, a lot of them, they're actually 10, and we are telling their stories to the world just to inspire others. You know, we have a lot of problems in our community that can be solved, you know, with a little effort, not necessarily the government or other. We have to start. When we initiate it, the government sees the need, you know, it prompts them, it pushes them to also come and put in the major work. So these are the people that we here at Channel One Television are celebrating, unsung heroes we call them, to bring them to the spotlight.
All right, and World Cup Central is still there. Although Ghana is no more in the competition, we still have our favorite teams in the competition, and we are going to be rooting for them. But remember that we have to tune into World Cup Central every Friday at 3 p.m. as Gabi Ofer and his guests actually discuss the World Cup in details and also share their analysis with every match that comes up. So do not forget that you can join them this Friday at 3 p.m. as they go through some conversations around the World Cup on World Cup Central, right here on Channel One TV.
Right, for our literature enthusiasts, we've got you covered. Log on to channel1newsonline.com right now, go to the books and literature section, and you will have it there. Mabre Nkwanta, yes, it is there. So just log on there, go and read for yourself, enhance your vocabulary. I'm repeating that again, enhance your vocabulary. Yes, so go there and you will read an interesting story of the golden couple of Mabre Nkwanta. The episode 3 is there now. So log on to channel1newsonline.com. You just go to the books and the literature section and you have that beautiful story, a great masterpiece as far as literature is concerned. Read and enjoy that for yourself.
All right. And as Ghana reaches the halfway mark of 2026, the big question is, are we truly making economic progress, or are new risks beginning to emerge? So we are actually going to be bringing you the Channel 1 Quarterly Economic Outlook, a special discussion themed mid-year review of the Ghanaian economy, measuring progress, identifying risks, and charting the way forward. Leading economics, business leaders, and market experts are going to be breaking down the numbers, assess government policies, and offer practical insight into the road ahead. You definitely do not want to miss this. It's going to be happening on Thursday, 9 July 2026 at 11 a.m. So you can pick up your phone and then set a reminder for the Channel 1 Quarterly Economic Outlook as we discuss the mid-year review of the Ghanaian economy.
Right.
All right, so now it's time for us to actually have a little conversation. But before we have this conversation, we actually have a performance. Let's take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to be talking about the Literacy Challenge 2026.
Je te parle d'un temps que le moins de 20 ans ne peuvent pas connaître. Mon menton, c'est ton lail, accroché ses lilas jusqu'au sous nos fenêtres, et sur l'ombre garnie que ne perd Mélanie ne payait pas de mine. C'est là qu'on s'est connus, moi qui criais famille, et toi qui posais nu. La bohème, ça voudrait dire tu es jolie. La bohème, nous ne mangeons qu'un jour sur deux. La bohème, ça voudrait dire tu es jolie. La bohème, nous ne mangeons qu'un jour sur deux. Falling for you, is that what you want from me? If falling for you is a cross I have to bear, and if falling for you is not what it takes to be with you, but what you don't know is that I've already falling deep for you. Falling for you is a cross I have to bear. It's falling for you is a sinner I have to be. If falling for you is what it takes to be with you, don't know is that I've already falling deep for you. But what you don't know is that I've already falling so deep for you. But the truth is, you have not fallen for me. All right. Let's keep the beat together, okay? 1, 2, 3, pop, pop. Come on, 1, 2, 3, pop, pop. Keep it. Que vale si bessiene et son gâteau et nous gakelo ne muni bekame e inaode abe bavilo ye komia fa voiti depo la signe belle mi magne più vivo, ciò ma vode e l'agnolo, bere cacco e l'agnolo, a dupli du duo, blavi confond o la tolo, e l'agnolo, bere cacco e l'agnolo, nie homa konu, ma boji jofu. Messia me quitoe Lucigne toa Au miore che mate ma huela siu No vi Me bebo giri No to viaggi Bere cae la cena Fuai me nyabe Nye mau magle mudio E la namazunane Nanye pometo Bereka E l'agnolo Bereka ko e l'agnolo A du plus du duo Blavi confond o la tolo E l'agnolo Bereka ko e l'agnolo Nye homa kono Ma boji jofu All right, let's do some real reggae. Okay. Here I am, standing outside, feeling the cold of the night. Yeah, she comes, perfectly made, the goddess of my dream. Yeah, I am, starting amazed at about your beauty and your charm. It was love, I felt love, so much love from a distance. It was love, I could see love, so much love from a distance. I couldn't take my eyes off you, speechless. You made me. I couldn't tell if I was daydreaming or better still. It was heaven on earth. Come on. It was love. I felt love, so much love from a distance. It was love, I could see love, so much love from a distance. I fall in deep for you, and I wish this feeling never ends. And if I'm dreaming, wake me up. You have all I wanted in a woman. Alright, let's take time to appreciate this great guitarist, MK, a very good guitarist. I mean, one of the finest in Ghana, you know. So shout out to MK. He has been on this production, and then without you, it won't be that great. So thank you, brother. Alright. 1, 2, 3, come on. It was love, I felt love, so much love from a distance. It was love, I could see love, so much love from a distance. Yes, I.
Hello and welcome to the Channel One newsroom from our studios at number 5, Ola Hansen Lane at Tesano in Accra. I am Nanatifu Obwati.
I'm Frema Edunyami.
I am Umaru Sanda Amadu.
I am Inisafo.
I am Charles Osukumi.
I am Makosia Otrick.
They've given you land to build an airport, and the airport is named after them, and then you are going to change it and put your name.
We hear a Jumara National Apprenticeship Program in Kokon Kete. Well, they are paper.
A terrorist attack in Burkina Faso claimed the lives of 8 Ghanaian tomato traders.
Our fire extinguishers, they are empty. In the market, our fire extinguishers are empty.
There's a bill Ghanaians have been working for. It was one of our flagship strategies for economic transformation.
What do we have to do now for you to call off the strike?
The others also, did influence the voters.
Bob, what becomes of these students, especially the continuing ones?
They should reverse everything that they have done.
Channel One Newsroom airs Monday to Sunday at 8 p.m. only on Channel One TV.
What if your ideas could shape the future of education in Ghana? If you were a brilliant pre-secondary student aged 11 to 15, this is your moment to shine. Welcome to the Literacy Challenge 2026, the national literacy competition that celebrates young thinkers, great writers, and future leaders. This year's challenge is all about artificial intelligence and education. The topic: in not less than 600 words, write a letter to the Minister of Education as a youth consultant discussing the advantages and disadvantages of the use of artificial intelligence (AI) in education. Advise on how Ghana can effectively integrate AI into basic schools to improve teaching and learning while ensuring that students in rural and underserved communities are not left out. Remember, your essay must be in your own handwriting, must be endorsed by a parent, guardian, or teacher, and include your full contact details. Submit your entry by Monday, 20th July 2026 at the front desk of Channel 1 TV or P.O. Box GP 14123, Accra Central. Stand the chance to win 10,000 Ghana cedis cash, a laptop, and earn the title of Ghana's most outstanding all-round pre-secondary student. For more information, call 0205-973-973. The Literacy Challenge 2026 is powered by City FM with support from Channel 1 TV, and it's proudly sponsored by Prospectus Ghana Limited, SIC Insurance, and Advocate Publishing.
All right, so that was some beautiful entertainment, and he was singing about life. Don't do that. But anyway, we also like to remind you that there's something actually big coming, and it's the Auto Sale and Expo. So if you're looking for your next ride, this is the right place to be. You better mark your calendars right now, pick up your phone, and also set up your reminders. That Channel 1 TV is in partnership with Zonda Tech Ghana Limited, and we are proudly bringing you the Auto Sale and Expo on the 13th and 14th of August 2026 at the Zonda Tech Showroom at Jowulu from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. daily. You definitely do not want to miss this. This is where you can actually discover your new ride if you are thinking of getting something, or if you're already saving to buy a car. So come out there at the Zonda Tech Showroom and come and experience these cars. You'll get to see it, you get to feel it, and maybe, who knows, you can get to test drive it if you have any interest in any of these cars by Zonda Tech. You definitely do not want to miss it. Like I said, pick up your phone, mark your calendars. It's going to be happening on the 13th and 14th August 2026. It's also at 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. So make a date in between these times and come visit at the Auto Sale and Expo happening at the Zonda Tech Showroom, brought to you by Channel 1 TV and Zonda Tech Ghana Limited. But now we are about to have a conversation about the Literacy Challenge 2026. I wouldn't call it a conversation really, but I would just say we are actually here to encourage you to let your children, your students let them participate in this, because I think this is a very great way to actually help your children's future. It's not just about reading and writing, but also helps them in critical thinking, helps their creativity, helps fuel, the passion of or for education in them. If you look at all the literacy challenges that has happened over the years, you would realize that this is actually bigger and better. Every year it gets better. Why I say this is actually bigger and better, because it's not just about pushing individuality, but it has a way of looking at collaboration. Collaboration, that is the most serious collaboration, because in the world that we are in today, collaboration is very important, because we've all realized that you cannot do it alone. You understand? If you have a goal set, that you can actually not achieve that goal alone. Well, sometimes you can achieve it alone, but it's going to be slower.
Yeah. They say
so if you want to move faster,
you have to go with people.
You go with people.
Yeah.
You understand? So this is what it's making this very exciting for me, because it comes in a new form, you know, pushing collaboration and also involving the 16 regions in the country, because every region is going to be producing 3 people.
Every nook and cranny of this country has, any student in the nooks of country of this country has a chance to, you know, participate. All you have to do is put in the work, right? Right, and the topic, Chris, let's take them through the topic.
Before we get into the topic, we'd also like to remind you that, you know, when all this is done, like the final day this time around, why I say that this is very interesting and it's different from the ones that we've known. This has 2 final days. It's going to be happening on the 5th and the 6th of September with a live broadcast right here on Channel 1 TV, which you wouldn't want to miss. So these are the 5 stages that one has to go through. So level 1 has to be the essays, and it's going to be a handwritten essay that's going to be signed by the parents, guardian, and teacher that will be dropped off at Channel 1 or via post box or the mailbox. And level 2, that's when we choose the top 100. So when the top 100 students are announced here on TV and radio, and the score,
and I guess 3.
Yes, and the score carried forward to all subsequent stages. So the aptitude test is the level 3, where those 100 students are going to be sat down in a room and they go through different tests.
Yeah, that's where the critical thinking will actually come out.
Yes, that's one thing I love about there. It's not just about answering questions A, B, or C, but you get to also let us know why you are, or why you think this is the answer. Do you understand? So it makes you think. It makes you think outside the box.
Yeah.
It makes you express yourself. And out of that, top 48 people are going to be selected, and they're going to be camped. Like I said earlier, 3 people per region. So every region is going to produce 3 people. And on the final weekend, it's 5th and the 6th of September, which we are going to be looking at 2-day knockout. And it's going to be showed live here on Channel 1 TV. And we're going to go from 16 people to 8 people to 4 people, then obviously to the champion.
Yes.
So although we are pushing collaboration, although we are saying that we have to work in a team, or the children have to work in a team, at the end of the day, we are still going to be crowning one person the winner of the literacy challenge.
Exactly.
Because out of the group, definitely we are going to be looking at some individuals
who stand out,
who are extra, who are, you know, giving us a lot of all the energy, the energy of I know what I'm doing.
Yes,
I can do this,
or
I have read for it. Do you understand? Or I have read for it, or I have actually prepared well among the group for it. So at the end of the day, although it's a collaborative thing, we will still choose one person as the winner. And excitingly again, this year, it's not just going to be any normal year. Every normal year, we've come that with the prize of, last year was a prize of 10,000 Ghana cedis, and of course the bragging right. But this time around, we are adding a laptop to it. So that students get to go home with a laptop, and you are now going to be crowned the winner, and also excitingly you'll be repping your school too, and overall you're also going to be repping your region.
So the school will also get a trophy, and the winning the region, you know, they are going to be in 3 per region. So the region also gets gold medal each. For the student, you get a trophy, and yes, of course, the student that stands out also.
So you're winning in 3 parts. As an individual, that's you're coming from a family,
right,
and then you're also representing a school, and obviously you are coming from a region too. So winner at home, winner in school, and winner in the region. That's very exciting. And you know, most competitions like this actually just look like on one side of the country. Everything is just centered in the
We
country.
have
This time
opened
we
it
are
up.
we are opening it. We are opening
Everyone
it. We are
stands
saying
a chance.
everybody can be part of this, and definitely it's not something that you would want to miss. But then again, let us check out the instruction for the level 1 entry. So if you're watching us right now and you're between the ages of 11 and 15 and you are a pre-secondary student, this is for you. Now, the topic to enter the Literacy Challenge 2026 is, in not less than 600 words, write a letter to the Minister of Education as a youth consultant discussing the advantages and disadvantages of the use of artificial intelligence, also known as AI, in education. Now, advise how Ghana can effectively integrate AI into basic schools to improve teaching and learning, while ensuring that students in rural and undeserved communities are not left behind. Now, there are guidelines to you writing this. All essays must be handwritten by participants, meaning use your pen.
Yes, we want to see your beautiful
your own handwriting. Write it by yourself. No one should write it for you. Mommy or daddy, your teacher should not write it for you. You should be the one writing it. So parents and teachers, let them write it themselves. Now, add your full contact details. When all this is done, a parent must actually endorse this. If there's no parent, let the guardian or a teacher endorse this. And now it should be posted. If you want to send it via mailbox, send it to the Literacy Challenge, P.O. Box GP 14123. P.O. Box GP 14123, Accra Central. Or if you're here in Accra, you could just walk into the Channel 1 TV premises at Tesano. Channel 1 TV premises at Tesano. If you do not know where that is, you can just pick up your Google map or any map that you're using, and just any electronic map that you're using or digital map that you're using, and just type it there, and you can be brought here safely for you to deliver it. But if you have more questions, or if you want more information on this, all you need to do is call the number 0205 973 973, 0205 973 973. It's easy as that. You see, very, very easy. So I shared the topic, I shared the guidelines, and I shared the numbers for you to call, and I also shared where you can come and deliver your finished work. And remember, there's a deadline to it. There's a deadline to it. The deadline for submission of all entries is on the 20th of July at 5 p.m. So say the 20th of July, you can do morning, afternoon, but it's evening, 4 o'clock, and if you still haven't delivered, it's looking fishy. 4:30, you still haven't delivered. Ah, God, you should have been here by now. 4:45, that's like the last
Just
chance.
deliver it on time, or you know,
understand?
Lately, the
but
weather
as soon as
is
it's 5 o'clock like this, remember the Ghana Meteor is also saying that it's going to be raining. So you don't want any issues of always raining, because as soon as it's 5 o'clock on the dot, bang, 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 we've closed. You understand? We're not going to be taking anything again. So do well to be part of this. And remember, the winning prize is 10,000 Ghana cedis and a laptop. All right. And of course, the bragging rights. I want to say a very big thank you to each of you that joined us today. It has been a very interesting.
It has been.
Yeah.
It has been.
And we also like to remind you to take care of yourselves while it's, the rainy season. My name is Chris Carter.
And I am Wahab Abdurazak. Thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of our program.
Get ready this July to step into a